Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK. It's a live stream. It's This Week in Toys. I'm not dead. I'm back. Hello, everybody. How are you doing in the world of toys? Have you missed me? Let me know in the comments below. It's been 6 weeks, I believe. I think it's been 6 weeks since we have done the Friday night live stream This Week in Toys. It's supposed to be every 2 weeks, but yeah, it went well. It went well. That's all I can say. There's been a lot of maneuvers happening in the house. We will get to that in videos on the channel. I wasn't feeling too good for some of the weeks, so it's been a bit of a disaster, really. But hopefully, we are now back on track, and we will return to a 2-weekly schedule. The opposite week to Mr. Dan Who's Legends and Liquor. So I'll be on some form of stream every weekend if I can. So yeah, I am back. Oh my goodness. It has been a while. I'm completely out of practice. I'm assuming you all can hear me. I think I'm in the right stream. It says we're live. StreamYards has updated since I was last on. I can do funny things with the camera now, and potentially for the first time, we're in 1080p. So can you see the grey? Can you see the grey in the beard because the StreamYard has updated, and I can now stream apparently in 1080p, even for the screen share. So here at Jay's Toy Collection, we've gone high definition. You lucky sods out there in the chat. So say hello in the chat. Let me know how you're doing. If you are watching the stream live, get in the live chat. Please do join in. There is plenty of toys to talk about. Because the last time you saw me for a live stream was just before the Christmas of action figure collecting, just before San Diego Comic Con. I was preparing for a nice busy week of streaming after. I ended up in London, and then it just didn't happen. So that is what happened at San Diego Comic Con. So tonight, I've titled this one Better Late Than Never. It is San Diego Comic Con, the full recap, and everything I can find that's happened in toys in the last 6 weeks. So strap yourselves in. There is a lot of toys to talk about tonight to get my thoughts, opinions, and all sorts of shenanigans on these action figure releases of the past 6 weeks. I'm probably going to miss an absolute ton of stuff, but now I'm back into a streaming pattern. Hopefully we will get all caught up. So how are we doing out there? Have we had a nice 6 weeks? What's been going on? What has been going on? I've got a private chat going on here. Who's trying to wind me up? There we go. But they've confirmed in the private chat that the volume is good. And I'm just going to read it out. So one of my co-hosts this evening, you will see, has written here, "You look sexy as balls in 1080p." Well, thank you, Matthew. We'll get you on in a minute. Don't worry. There's going to be some revenge on Matthew this evening if we get some super chats. So you wait to that. There's a little something special coming this evening. So well, now I've closed the private chat. I've lost the screen. Where am I? There I am. There we go. See, he's trying to throw me off from the bloody green room. So you see in the logo, Jay's Toy Collection Live. So where is my host, Cheeky Monkey Kiara? How are you doing? She's not here. She's not here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 6 weeks. She's had 6 weeks' notice of this live stream. So what has she done? She decided to go out for the evening. So Cheeky Monkey has swanned off down to Bristol. So if you're in the Bristol area, go hit up Cheeky Monkey. She has gone to stay at her sister's house for the evening. So she's not even in the bed tonight. This man is all lonely, all on his lonesome. Cheeky Monkey has abandoned me. However, I have demanded a cameo. So we should at some point in this live stream have a live cameo. If Cheeky Monkey can get her internet working, probably from her sister's bedroom, if we can have a cameo from Cheeky Monkey, and she has got a pickup with her, because I know we do enjoy the random Cheeky Monkey pickups. So let's go and say hello to the chat. There's a graphic. It's got a graphic on the screen. Don't forget, of course, hit that like button if you haven't done already, because at the moment the algorithm is going to absolutely hate me. We're nearly rocking at 20 viewers, so that is fantastic. So hello everybody that has come in here. So the algorithm is starting to like me again, because you don't do videos for a while, you get out the algorithm. So yeah, please do watch the videos, hit that like button, leave your thoughts in the comments if you're on the replay, if you're in the live chat, get in there, chat away amongst yourselves, and I'll come and say hello. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, because we are ever so close to 2,000 subscribers. I think we need about 130 more subscribers to hit the magical 2,000 subscribers here in 2022. 2022? My God, I've lost 2 years. I've lost 2 years of my life. In 2024, And then, of course, tickle that notification bell. So let me come and say hello to the chat. I'll come and say hello. Right. Before we get to the chat, I can see her. The Cheeky Monkey cameo is imminent. So let's bring her in. Cheeky Monkey, how are you, darling?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Good stuff. I was told to come on because I didn't abandon you.
Right.
Kept saying every Friday, are we doing a stream? Are we doing a stream?
And the one Friday I do the stream, you're not even here. So shocking.
So I'm here.
You'll get your monkeys in the chat. Drop your monkeys now because Cheeky Monkey is not staying for long. So get your monkeys in. Now, Cheeky Monkey, I'm just gonna bring up this graphic here because you know this one. You're familiar with this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is This Week in Toys. We are back, and technically the streak is still alive. We have still had at least one super chat in every single episode of This Week in Toys. So, can my 6 weeks absence makes no difference? Can we keep that streak alive? And as a very special treat and apology for my absence, I have prepared 2 very special, and I mean generally very special, super chat thank you graphics. So if anybody drops a super chat tonight, and especially if 2 of you do, we are going to get some very, very funny images on the screen. There's been a little bit of photoshopping going on, and my co-host later will definitely be victim of one of them. But I haven't left myself out. Myself out. Cheeky Monkey, you've been excused from the super chatting. So if we get any super chats tonight, you're in for an absolute special treat. But how are you, dear? How was the journey to Bristol?
I'm okay. I've just had a takeaway from the Chinese, which you'll be happy about.
What did you have?
Sorry?
Well, what was in it?
Oh, I had egg fried rice, chips, and curry sauce, so you might have been all right with that. So
no meat?
Sorry? No meat? No, I didn't fancy. I fancy doing old school special.
Cheeky Monkey has gone vegan. A vegan Cheeky Monkey. Shocking. I've had nothing, dear, because you've cooked me no tea. I've cooked myself no tea. I've been running around trying to organise this like a headless chicken. No time for food. I ate Cheeky Monkey's biscuits before she left, so she's not particularly impressed.
Don't start on the biscuits. I buy anything. You think it's for you, and it's not always for you. It's for me. And you said, "Oh, it started eating these biscuits." I was like, "They're not yours. They're mine."
These things happen, darling. These things happen.
I'm not getting you any more.
A man needs his biscuits, dear. What can I say? A man needs his biscuits.
They were my biscuits.
See, we're having a full domestic here, and we're not living in the same house. There we are. But she's thrilled to be here, Cheeky Monkey, for a quick cameo. So let's say hello to the chat while you're here, dear. Let's see if you've got any monkeys. Have you missed Cheeky Monkey? Let her know if you've missed her this evening. And as I say, anyone keeps that streak alive, you're in for an absolute treat this evening. So who was in first? Let's go and scroll. Let's have a look. Damien, hello to Damien. Now, Damien did just say, actually, on an Instagram comment, oh, are you going back to stream anytime soon? And yes, here I am. We are live on the internet. Brick Life Travels in there. He's got the spanner. He's ready to go. He's in the green room. He will be replacing Cheeky Monkey when she decides to end her cameo. Who else we got here? Justin collects. Hey. Now, hello to Justin. Now, Justin has joined the live streaming community. If you've not seen Justin's live stream, he goes live at about 2 a.m. UK time on a Saturday night. So it's not a very convenient time for us, Justin. So I'd like to file a formal...
I'm not normally awake at that time, unfortunately, but I do catch him on the replay.
A formal complaint against Justin Collects for an inappropriate live stream. But I will give his co-host and Andrew a compliment, because when his co-host has to entertain a chat, he sits there beautifully in silence. So hello, shout out to Andrew. Hello if you're watching, Andrew, because he is the most entertaining bit of Justin's live stream. I love it. He just sits there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Who else is in the chat? It's another man that's they can't stop live. You see, I take 6 weeks off and they all try and replace me in the live streaming game. It's Mark Tac Tac. Tac Tac has also started live streaming. He's about every other Saturday or so in the morning, so a much more convenient time for the UK. But sometimes I'm out shopping, so I do like to catch Mark when I can. I've tried to teach him a bit of StreamYard, so you might be seeing Mark Tac Tac in the StreamYard game if he can figure it out. But hopefully you can, Mark. So hello to Mark there. Who else we got here? No, it's the favourite. It's Christopher Allen. Hello. I believe it was your birthday yesterday or today. So happy birthday to Christopher Allen. Get your birthday wishes in the chat. Christopher Allen is here, and it is his birthday. And here comes the monkeys, the first monkeys of the evening. And it's our good friend Hill Phones. Phil Jones is here with the monkeys. Cheeky Monkey doing an Andrew there where I took a drink, see? Didn't say a word. Sat there
I
in
said
silence.
thanks, Phil.
Shocking. Shocking, darling. Absolutely shocking. Yeah, Mr. Who is here. So shout out to Dan Who Reviews. He requested a full-on shout out there. I will shout at Dan Who Reviews. How are you doing, sir? Mr. Who is here. He does like my dulcet tones to entertain him, especially on the replay during a Saturday toy rearrange. I know he's missed me here live on YouTube. So hello, Dan. How are you doing, sir? And yes, I will try and waffle on for as long as the voice will hold out this evening. I did end up in a 4-hour work meeting this afternoon. It was dull as anything. So, yes, shout out any work colleagues watching. My God, that meeting went on. So that's all I will say on that note. But my voice, it's still here. We got monkeys dropping. We got Justin monkeys, Phil's monkeys, Dan's monkeys. Everybody's dropping monkeys. There is
Thanks for the
monkeys
love, guys.
galore in the chat. Right, let's we've done monkeys. Right, let's try and get your head around this. We said hello to the chat. We've done the quick plugs. So now we're supposed to be able to do a bit of action figure pickups. Now, right, let's go for a banner. I like a good banner here. We love a good banner. It's action figure pickups. And we will start with everybody's favourite segment of the week, Cheeky Monkey, with the pickups. What erroneous pickup have you taken to Bristol with you that you've picked up recently?
We had a trip to Asda, which was a bit of a failure because we obviously went for the Simpsons. Didn't get the Simpsons, but we picked up, obviously, because it's coming up to Halloween time. I don't know if you can see this. It's probably not going to show very well. Can you see that?
I can see bits of it. You have to be a bit clearer.
It's
Swaddle it around yourself, darling.
Before... I don't know, can you see?
There we go. There's the mare. We can see the mare. Look at the mare. I love the mare.
Nightmare Before Christmas towel, hand towel to be precise. But we didn't stop there. And we got the shower curtain, and we were going to get the hand wash dispenser, but we put it back. So we ended up spending quite a bit of money in the homeware department in Asda instead of the toy department for a change. So it was good.
They had Spider-Man like soap dispensers. I was having a lovely time looking around there.
Spider-Man bath mat you were going to get.
Yeah, yes, that was nice. So we had a nice little nice selection of things, but we did not find one single Simpsons figure from Jack's Pacific. We'll get into those a bit later in more detail, but we did not find a single one. I believe there are some in Cribbs Causeway down in Bristol, but Hill Phones has been there. He's robbed the place, Lev. He's robbed it. There's nothing left. Not a little Scooby left in the store at all. Talking of Scooby, one thing we did pick up was Scooby-Doo pajamas, actually. So
we did, yes.
I will have to rock the Scooby-Doo pajamas at some point in the future. There, is your sister joining us, darling, this evening? Or she's hiding from the camera.
In the other room because they're watching the telly. So
you mean they're not watching us?
No, I can't say she would pay any attention to your toys. No, or have any idea what you're talking about.
What are you talking about, darling? We talk about anything here. We're talking about towels, for goodness sake. The woman loves Asda. Can't even get your sister to watch. Dear me. Absolutely shocking. So that was Cheeky Monkey's extremely brief cameo this evening. There was because she's far too busy for us here. So get your goodbyes. Get your goodbyes to Cheeky Monkey in there. See, she's faking it, Liv. She's faking it. She don't care. She's off. She's off. She's absolutely.
You've got a great co-host coming up. You don't need me.
I've got we'll see. We'll see.
I'm intrigued alive tonight. What's the super chat picture then?
I can't show you that. We haven't had a super chat. Cheeky Monkey yet. Well, you're gonna have to wait. You have to wait, Liv. If somebody drops one and keeps that streak alive, you will see a very special super chat graphic tonight, Liv. Hand prepared by myself. So you'll have to keep watching in the background there as we go on for the next 2 hours. And if somebody is generous to drop one, you will see one hell of an image, I tell you. One hell of an image. You're
building this up now. It better be good.
It is good. Trust me, it is good. It is extremely, extremely good. So you can watch in the bedroom while your sister watches TV, and I'll let you go then, I suppose, dear.
Oh, thanks. Okay, I'll see you soon. Love to the chat. Take care, everyone.
We'll see. We'll see Cheeky Monkey in a couple of weeks. Left, Cheeky Monkey. She's just left herself and kicked her out. Well, that was it. That was Cheeky Monkey, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the stream. So that was this week in toys. I'll see you next week. So Terrible. Shocking behaviour there from Cheeky Monkey. So before I go into pickups, I suppose you better bring him in then. So a replacement for Cheeky Monkey. How can you replace Cheeky Monkey? We've brought in. It's Matthew. We have found Matthew. So Matt, how are you doing, sir?
Oh, not too bad, sir. Yourself? Are you living the dream?
I just about am. I just about am. So the last time we saw Matthew was months ago because
It was a long time ago.
we
Yeah.
lost him. We lost him. So now where did we find him, ladies and gentlemen? That is the question. Anybody in the chat before I reveal, where did I find him? Where did I find Matthew? Because it was not what I was expecting. So Matthew, I was messaging for weeks. Dan Who was on the search. It was all happening. We just could not find the fella. He wasn't replying to any messages. We're like, what is going on? Where is Matthew? We just couldn't find him. And I've teed it up there. I'll give you a clue. He was in an airport. So I've taken a little screenshot there. Not the particular airport he was in when we lost him, but
No.
he is alive. He is alive and well, and he is here. And if I go back to full screen there, we to quote somebody I don't think I'd ever quote on this show. To quote Donald Trump, how am I doing this? He was in China.
Got stuck in China.
So I didn't know he was leaving the country, and I found him in China, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I found him in China. If you could explain something there, what on earth is happening?
Well, going by the title of that video, there was a global outage of the bits and pieces, weren't there, with regards to IT issues and stuff. And my nice, simple flight to the Philippines was about 36 hours, I think, if not longer. It was rough. And then I returned. So yeah, that's it, basically. So got stuck in China. I missed every single announcement because where I ended up landing was about chest deep in water. There was no Wi-Fi anywhere on any of the islands that I went to. And then when I landed, I had messages from the big bearded wonder going, oh, this has been released. Mondo's done this. This is this. This is this. It's like, I know nothing. So, yeah, we've been playing catch up for the last couple of weeks, haven't we?
We have. It's been very unusual. So I did not expect to find him in China, of all places, stuck in an airport terminal. So that's where he was. So a future note for Matthew. Tell somebody when you leave the country, because nobody knows where you are. And we've had it. We've had one, ladies and gentlemen. I can see one. Somebody's dropped a super chat. Let me go and have a look here at the starred section. And hello, we have thank you to Damien Ristori for the £2 super chat. He says more Batman 66 incoming. Until later, kapow. Yes, McFarlane have shown some more Batman 66 products, some very weird color variations. A red Batman. I'm assuming it's from the comics. But there is the Clock King. There is a Clock King in there from McFarlane. We will cover McFarlane a bit later. So thank you to Damien for the super chat there. And because he's dropped that, I think we built it up. We're gonna have to show it, aren't we? We're gonna have to show the special super chat thank you graphic there to Damien. Before we get to that, I can just see Dan came with a great suggestion where Matthew was. His Lego room collapsed on him and he was trapped in his room. Now, that was quite a realistic suggestion. Because if you do head over to Brick Life Travels for yesterday's video, he tries to review a Lego set and he drops the table on his foot. So he drops the table on his foot.
And then the back of my head as well.
So, right.
What a disaster that was.
Okay, so here we go then. So as punishment for leaving the country and not tell us where he was, I've made a very special super chat graphic. Very special for Matthew here. So I've been deep in Matthew's videos. So if you head over to his channel, if you head over to Global Life Travels, let's give him a bit of a plug.
First plug ever.
There. Let's drop a link to one of his recent videos that we were watching there. There's his airport disaster video. We'll link that in the chat as a little bonus of where he was. But are you ready then? Or we've actually just hit peak viewage. So stick around, everybody, because here we go. I took a screenshot from one of Matthew's videos and did some slight editing. Let's say some slight.
It's been tampered with, is it?
To say thank you for the super chat. So now, Matthew, he got very now. What is famous now? If you are also of the Dan Who network, now Dan is a collector of 90s action man. Now, does anybody know, if you were watching some of the Legends and Liquor Secret Santa specials, what vehicle did I purchase in the Secret Santa for Mr. Who? What vehicle did I purchase?
Well, I know that.
And it's also a famous vehicle that Dan did once ask Emily from the Hasbro team. He'd like in a G.I. Joe classified range. So before we get to the image, can anybody tell me what vehicle, water-based vehicle, there's a clue, am I talking about? What water-based vehicle am I talking about? Let's have a look. We've got a guest name is in with trike bike. It's not a trike bike. It's not a trike bike. Oh, there we go. Mikey Boom Boots. Hello to you, sir. And yeah, we got the answers here. We got the canoe. So Matthew, you may have been in a canoe in one of the videos there, and I might have done a little bit of editing, just a little bit of editing, nothing major. This is what I was given the other day. Now let me just find the thing. There it is. Right, okay. So I've called this very special. Thank you for the super chat graphic. I've built this up. I tell you, I've built this up. I call this. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Damien, for unlocking this super chat. The streak is alive, by the way. Damien. So thank you for that. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you Matthew in a canoe. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Here we go. Thank you for the super chat. There we go.
That's incredible.
I had to do a little bit of editing there because we can't have nudity on the channel. But the man was topless in a canoe. Look at the canoe he's riding and everything. Look at that thing.
That's fantastic.
If that wasn't worth a £2 super chat, I do not know what was worth a £2 super chat. Cheeky monkey is loving it. Off the screen. No, that's right. Now Matthew's going to have to super chat himself to get me to get it off the screen. We may have to keep this on during the duration of the entire evening here. So look at that. Thank you for the super chat. He's got his own channel logo, Brick Life Travels, on his nipples. He's got a lovely sailor's hat, because who doesn't love a nice sailor's hat? Look at the way he's doing that. Oh, look at the Popeye emojis we got on the chat. So
the technique involved.
There was your first view to the. So if anybody else wants to see that again tonight, drop another super chat and we'll leave it on for longer.
That is fantastic. I was not expecting that.
I thought you might enjoy. I was watching that literally a couple of days ago. I thought, oh my god, he doesn't usually show himself in the travel videos, but this time he did. So I took advantage of that situation and used it to my own gains there. But ladies and gentlemen, that's not it. I thought if I do it to him, you've got to be able to take it yourself, haven't you? So I have edited one of myself in a similar position.
You've got clothes on.
I don't know if I do, but it's going to cost somebody another super chat tonight to see that one. So Matthew was just a little aperitif there, if you were a little moose boosh. So we might take in a bigger super chat later. And if I get a nice one, then after 6 weeks absence, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a. Oh my god, it's happened! It's happened straight away. It's happened straight away.
Oh
my goodness, it's happened straight. This show's going off the rails, and we haven't even talked about one.
Because I say, there's no toys involved. It's turning Chippendales.
We've not even got to pickups. You miss this level of entertainment, ladies and gentlemen, don't you? I can see you're all having a lovely time in the chat. Let me just have a drink here because I think I'm gonna have to expose myself.
Oh, let me know. Can you do a countdown so I can close my eyes, please?
Right. So
I've seen you in some things already, but
yes, he's here. He's here live. Dan Who Reviews. Hello, Dan. $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Dan J. You know what to do with a canoe there. Look at that. Look at that canoe. See, I'm a very experienced man when it comes to canoes. Cheeky Monkey is in the chat going, oh no, don't do it. What's Dave been saying here? I hope it's not him in the bath with a saltpeter. Well, right, okay. I'm gonna save it for a second. So we will see that Dan Who has unlocked the very special super chat. Thank you. So we will see it. But I'm going to have to keep you teased a little bit. Matthew's probably gone to let the cat out. We don't know. We will find out in a second.
Come on, get him out. Flop him out.
Right, okay. Right. He's frozen. He's frozen. There he is. He's back in the room. He's back in the room. Cheeky Monkey will be on the internet forever. It already is on the internet forever. Cheeky Monkey, but it's never been to this level. So I'm gonna save it. We will get to it. We've got the super chat. We've unlocked it. But I need to get the pickups just to set it up a little. Set it up.
Good. Talk about a toy or show one off. You're about to hit half an hour, and so far you've got me with nipple tassels on, and to shopping.
I've got 22 tabs to get through as well, and so far we're in your plug tab. So
fantastic.
We're in for a big one tonight. It's been 6 weeks we've got to catch up on. I cannot wait to get to this, but we're gonna have to have to start them off slowly. So let me get through some pickups. Let's just do a few. Yeah, let's do a few. There's not actually that many. I haven't got too much because if I got all 6 weeks of pickup, I've kind of lost what's going on anyway with the pickups. So we will start with a couple here. Now let me just move those two. So
20 seconds.
let's start with this. Right, okay. All right, you have to stick around for the special main event super chat. Thank you. You will see it. So we'll start off with the pickup. Here we go. It's a toy. Have a toy. It's the Spectre. It's Todd McFarlane. Why let's not start with Todd? I'm gonna have to do a whole video because I've got a Tower of Todd now. I've taken some figures out of the Tower of Todd. I've got like 20 McFarlanes to unbox. So that will be coming hopefully at some point next week. I will get through. My goodness, get through the Tower of Todd. So there's a Spectre. I did cover this on the channel, if you remember, a few months ago when we had the very overpriced McFarlane direct to consumer wave. Because this was crazy prices in the US. Luckily, the UK did get it for regular price. So there we are. Right. Okay. What else we got here? We've got Two-Face. So if you know me, you know I'm a very, very excited man about Batman Forever. We will cover it all in more detail later. But the Build-A-Figure wave of Batman Forever has arrived here. This was direct from McFarlane Toys for that crazy UK 50 discount code. Got the whole wave for half price, so that was nice. So Two-Face is here. Can't wait to get them in sort of Hot Toys versions as well because Mars Toys going to be doing this. But I love Batman Forever. It's a terrible movie, but as a kid, it was amazing. We will get into that in more detail later. Now okay, this is a little tease for later. Not for the first time. Well, for the first time tonight, Matthew, I've got a question for you. Would you like to see my dick?
Flop it out. Come on. Get the girth on.
There we go.
There it
there
is.
we go. Look at that. Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy. None of that filth in the chat because I was talking about my Dick Tracy. So Dick Tracy and Flat Top is finally here from Mezco. Look at that. Can't wait to get this thing unboxed. So that is here. That is here. That is here. Right. Matthew, another question for you.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to see my dick?
Yeah, show the girth this time. Yeah.
Right, here we go. Be ready again. So
there we go. Look at it. It's a thing of beauty.
Look at that. So it's the Dick Grayson Robin from Batman Forever. I don't know what you were thinking in the chat, but you've missed these streams, haven't you, ladies and gentlemen? You've missed these streams. There we go.
Filthy-minded, these individuals.
Here as well. Absolutely filthy. I got a free gift. I have a free gift in pickup. So that might collect Lego. They give you stuff for free. I think it just encourages you to buy more. But I've got a free gift. So I've got the Borgman and Boots Flu Network there from Harry Potter because I bought the big old Gringotts bank because my Lego City needed a bank. Cheeky Monkey is currently obsessed with Harry Potter. So I thought I'd get her this exclusive free giveaway set when you spend far too much money on Lego. So she's got that one. Whether I'll let her open it or keep it mint in box, we will find out. But that has arrived.
Mine's built in online.
They're big. Now, Matthew, you've got a pickup, haven't you? It's a very similar relation there. You can.
It is. It's a big. The box is too big to show, but I got the Burrows, which came out on last Saturday midnight, and I got the same giveaway as Jay, along with a polybag and something else, which is not even worth showing off, to be honest. But both of those have been built, and the video reviews are on the Brick Life Travels channel. So
there you go. There you
go.
Go and check out Matthew's channel. You watch the unboxing of the Burrows, ladies and gentlemen. Watch him drop a table on his foot and his head, and then watch when Mark Tack. If you're still around, Matthew has stolen one of your techniques because at some point in the video, he just lost the lights. I don't know what happened there. The lights went out. It was all going on.
Yeah, that was a dip. Yeah, that was a. It's not been well. That's 3 videos. There's been 3 big things that have gone wrong, to be honest. But we made it through.
Now, Matthew does the disaster series. He does the disaster series. There's hello, Kev BT. There you are. What have you stumbled upon tonight? I thought this was a toy channel. It's about to get worse, Kev, when I do the special super chat. Thank you, which is coming in mere minutes. There we are. Kev, you're a wrestling fan, though, aren't you? You went to All Out, All In. My God, AEW can't.
Well, it's been all out so far.
There we go. Look at that. Well, there's the Macho Man, Randy Savage. The sort of USA attire that he wore sort of back in the Lex Express segment when Lex Luger slammed Yokozuna on the US Intrepid, I do believe, back in 1993. So I was watching that segment the other day while unboxing some toys and thought, you haven't got this figure. So I had to backtrack on eBay. It was bloody expensive. So there's the Macho Man. It's here. It's here. Let's keep it wrestling. Let's go to Wrestling Turtles.
Ooh.
Wrestling Turtles are here, you say. Matthew's
Turtles.
completely lost.
I am.
So here is Leatherhead then. So Leatherhead from the Archie Comics Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line in his wrestling gear. So
Very
Leatherhead
nice.
takes on the Turtles in that comic. So he has arrived. We'll get to him in the SDCC stuff because I think he was shown at SDCC. I've not even talked about him on the channel, and the figure's already here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
shout out
It's
to
been a
Uncle
while.
Ali, of course. Yeah, I think it's come through for that. We've got some more Turtles again. Again, shout out to Uncle Ali. We've got what are they calling it here? Binky's Day Out, because here is Slash. So this is the new version of Slash on the upgraded, much bigger body. I did have the original version, but it's the one figure that fell off the shelf and broke. So it's irritated me for many years that his shell has a crack in it. So it's nice to actually get a new version. So I snapped that one up pretty sharpish. Right. Just a few more to get through. Just a few more. Go back to Toddy Mac because we've got a platinum here. So we managed to get this from Comic and Cocktails, I do believe. It's one of the Man Hunters. So of course, they go up against the Green Lantern Corps. So you could army build these. I've just gone for the one. Just gone for the one. Bit of representation there of an alien race on the shelf. And talking of race, brilliant segue. Brilliant segue. Talking about Harley Race, King Harley Race. So shout out to my friends at Rock and Roll Collectibles here in the UK who have come through with this very hard to find Harley Race. Now, the original version of this went for about £300. There was a re-release, but that was again hard to get. So finally, and I mean finally, it's been years I've been trying to track this down. King Harley Race is entering the wrestling figure display. So, very happy. Very happy. Right.
Very good. You've got a serious amount of backlog to get through. And bearing in mind, I know, but they don't, how much you've unboxed as well.
Yes. There'll be videos to come on the channel of what I've been doing for the last 6 weeks over the next 6 weeks as I take you through the toy collection and the changes that have been made. And talking of wrestling, talking of turtles, it's the actual wrestling turtles. So these have turned up again from AliExpress. So you've got everybody in their full-on Archie Comics wrestling attire for their Intergalactic Space Wrestling Federation, or they call it Stump Wrestling. And so they're wrestling in space. It's a cool issue of the comic, so it's very nice to have those finally in hand. I think they showed those about a year ago, but we got some double-jointed, pinless turtles.
Nice.
So that is new for NECA to actually get. They look really good. So
the colours on the NECA stuff are always fantastic.
Yeah, it is, aren't they? I really can't wait to get those unboxed. So we've got one final pickup, and then we will get to the very special super chat. Thank you.
Oh.
Right, last pickup. If you watch Legends of NECA, you've already seen this because I saved it for last then as well. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I've got here, as I said then, the future of action figure collecting. Now, if you know me, I'm a big fan of little Toddy Mac, little Toddles, Todd McFarlane and his artwork. I absolutely love Todd McFarlane's artwork. Todd's not the biggest fan of articulation. So you know what he did this time? He decided he just got rid of it completely. So I present to you the future of action figures. Posed action figures. So we have here a fully pre-posed, non-articulated Spider-Man in 1/6 12-inch scale. So I'm actually quite excited about these because they do look really good for what essentially are, yes, I will admit, they are statues. Who said that? I don't know what that is. These might be statues. No, posed figures, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on the train. He sucked me in. Posed figures. So Spider-Man is here. Captain America is also here. And I think I'm going to have to do an unboxing video on the channel when I get these open as well, just to go through the articulation, because my articulation segments, if I say it myself, are quite famous. So I'm going to be having some fantastic articulation when it comes to this posed figure. Look at that. So Matthew has seen this in person, and I think they actually, for a statue for 50 quid, it's pretty good.
Very, very good. The colours are really good on them, and the pose is nice. It's what it comes with as well, because you probably can't see it on the camera. You've got the bits on the side of the box and a bit across the back of the box as well. And it's sort of, even if you kept it in the packaging, it does look very, very smart. And obviously, it's a good size as well at 12 inches, so it stands out nicely.
A good size, you say, at 12 inches. Well, here you go then.
That was meant to be an innuendo. Yes,
you couldn't have teed me up better. So we've had the streak is alive. Thank you to Damien and thank you to Mr. Dan Who. We've got the second of two, the main event, if you will, of the super chat. Thank you, graphics. Now we've seen a Matthew there. Just in case you've forgotten what it looked like again. There's a brief look. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting for free. Here we go.
Oh,
right.
flash.
So I've taken an image that's that was a recent image. That's what less than 6 weeks old. The image that I've taken is it's barely legal. An 18-year-old me. So this is 18-year-old me. Okay. So how old am I now? 37, 38. I don't know how bloody old I am, but it's about 20 years ago. Just when I started this action figure collecting journey. Now, at the time, for those that don't know, I don't participate much in the alcoholic beverages. It's been about 10 years since I had one. But on this night, as an 18-year-old, I may have participated in a few ciders, just a few ciders. And as you've seen from some of my pickups, I am a wrestling fan. So I declared myself the world heavyweight champion. Now, as a wrestler, wrestlers, of course, famously don't wear a lot of clothing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you. I don't know if Cheeky Monkey's ever seen this image. So if you're still in the chat, dear, you're in for an absolute treat. Matthew's getting ready to cover himself here. So something might be out in the photo. I don't know if it's, and it actually is 12 inches. It actually is 12 inches. So,
I need to brag.
Here we go. It is. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Mr. Dan Hoover, the $4.99. I built this up for 15 minutes. So here we go. I present to you 18-year-old me, world heavyweight champion with my dick out.
Oh my God.
I'll let you soak that in. Get those nipples in pink. They look fantastic. And look at my dick. I tell you, it's just 12 inches of hot toys goodness, you could say. I don't know how you're all going to react to that. We'll just wait till the chat responds. Cheeky Monkey's having a little giggle. I can see down there in the chat. Look at that.
My eyeballs.
So,
they're burning.
It's covering my face. You can if you put your hands round, you could grab my nipples from that angle. There was, I don't know. Hold on, what's this? What's this? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for that. And I think, what's this? Danny wants his money back. He wants a refund.
It's like getting a pirated DVD.
I don't know. Damien's lost for words. There was a Cheeky Monkey's in his Cheeky Monkey's wet herself. Mikey Moonboots has also wet himself. So, ladies and gentlemen, any future those super chat graphics can now stay on the channel. You see, they're built into the StreamYard. So I'll have to do some improvements in the future. But that's my apology for the 6 weeks absence. It was my dick and Matthew's canoe skills. So
well, I didn't drown. I didn't fall in. And that is also available on the Global Life Travels channel.
The key is don't keep me in a long work meeting because I've got 2 laptops here, so it's just fiddling about and dual working there, you might say. I don't even know this is often 42 minutes we've been on the air. We've not even got
we talked about nothing new. Now, before we skip over it because we're going to miss stuff, going all the way back to your dicks, are we talking about the 66 Batmobile tonight?
Yes, that is on.
It's on the list.
It's about tab 17. I
was just going to say how disappointed I was with the lack of dick. That's all.
Yes, you'll get your full chance to talk about that. There was Kevin's now wearing shades in the house. Well, there you are. So don't give me a drink. So MCM Comic Con, if you can get me my first beverage in over 10 years, well, you'll be in for it. My goodness. Right. So let's get a screen share going, shall we? Let's get back up there. So that was Matthew lost in China, the last we saw. Yeah. Let's share this tab instead. So I better plug my own channel. You say the algorithm has hated me. So if you'd like me, then come say hello. There's the last few videos on the channel. So the one I dropped literally just yesterday was the Lego Collection Room tour. I didn't even fancy your intro and forgot to put it in the bloody video. So there you go. There would have been a fancier intro than that, but it wasn't there. But I have been building a lot of Lego over the past few weeks. Me and Matthew have got about a 12-hour building session coming tomorrow. So you should see some more Lego being built as we try and plow through some Lego building. So that is on the channel. Shout out to Star Action Figures on the second video across, you see. We were there just a few weeks ago, going behind the scenes at Star Action Figures down in Brighton. It was a long drive. Mr. Who did it, not me. So that was very kind of him. And it was a fun day, though. It was a fun day seeing lots of new action figures in person. It was actually had 2,000 views. That's very good. So the algorithm seemed to like that video. So well done. Well done. We watched that. If you haven't watched it, go and check it out. Nightmare Before Christmas Lego. I got so excited I had to jump on randomly and talk about that. And about 6 weeks ago, there's Mark Tac Tac in a little cameo there on the channel. And he's playing with his hair. So we'll keep that going. So you've not seen a video, but I think you would have all probably seen that one by now. It was the SDCC reveals live from the Disney store in London. So shout out to Brandon, of course, repping Hasbro UK, that was showing us all that stuff. So do go and check those videos out if you have not already. So, right, that's tab 1 and 2 done. Into tab 3 then, tab 3.
Of how many?
About 22, something like that. We're flying. There's an IKEA Baladin on the screen, so that is what I've been building in the last few weeks. I even had to book a whole week off work to build the bloody thing. So the DTOF has been replaced because they don't make it. Oh, it's out of stock again. This thing is blooming popular. It's very hard to get this thing in the Bristol area down there. It's out of stock for at least another month or so. So it's replaced the DTOF. We purchased 10 of these bad boys. So the Hot Toys and the Mondo now have a new home. It's all lit up.
Looks incredible.
Thank you. It's
incredible.
It was a lot of work, but I think it's been worth it in the end. Matthew is the only person on the planet, apart from Cheeky Monkey, that has seen it. But do not fear, fans of the channel. A video will be coming in the next few weeks, as I just need to open a few more Hot Toys to go in there, and then I will give you a full, no sneak peeks. You can just see the camera. You'll get a full reveal of what we've been actually working on there. Right. That's that one. Right. Next tab. Here we go then. So, Shadis Tammy said, so this is a shout out to a new UK startup. This is the 3D printing crew. Now, if I go back to full screen, so head over to 3dprintingcrew.co.uk, friends of the channel, of course, you'll see my logo there. So you'll see Jay's Toy Collection above me in full 3D printed goodness. For less than £20, so an absolute bargain. So if you need yourself a nameplate, anything like that, there's key rings on there. There's little ducks, which will get you an extra duck in the Dan Who Duck race. So do head over to the 3D printing crew. So I do like the sign. I think I have to put another order in because I think Cheeky Monkey's gonna need a sign. Matthew might need a sign for Christmas. We'll have to we'll get ourselves another order in there soon, I do believe. So head over that way if you'd like to check out the 3D printing crew and get some of your own 3D prints, because I am generally very impressed with my channel logo. Quite chuffed for that. So
the quality of them is fantastic as well.
That keeps it going as well. So there we go. Scotty C there as well. Cool. I love my logo. There you go, Scotty. Head up there and get your Blue Owl Collectibles logo in there. If you do need some action figures, do head over. Another plug we can put in here. We're plugging away tonight. Head over to Blue Owl Collectibles for all your action figure needs here in the UK. I will drop a link in the chat this very second. Go to the live chat if you're on the replay. That's my little affiliate link there to Blue Owl Collectibles. So do head over, support the channel, and support another small business. So we are small business repping, of course. Matthew is a former owner of different small businesses over the years, I'm sure would agree.
Absolutely. It's the only way you can do it. You've got to do word of mouth. Just because you're friends with them, don't ask for stuff for free, because it's the worst possible thing that you could possibly do. Give them money, support them, get them off the ground. Nice and easy.
There we go. So that was our plugging section of the week. So ladies and gentlemen, finally it's time. At 48 minutes, we're going to talk about San Diego Comic-Con, and we're going to start by how I've not talked about this on the channel. I do not know, because there's only 3 days left. There is 3 days left in the G.I. Joe classified series, Cobra Rattler Ground Attack. That's a long bloody name. In the Cobra Rattler HasLab project. So it's been going for 45 days. So it's been 42 days since this launch. So it's been 42 days. So I streamed the night before since I did a live stream. So yeah, 6 weeks, I suppose. So it is crazy. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to need another drink because I am out of drink. Yeah. Cheeky Monkey's not in the house. So Matthew knows absolutely nothing about this because we haven't discussed it. So there is a big blue jet on the screen, and you're going to have to quote Justin Collects, entertain a chat.
So I've now got one of two options. I either just go really quiet and really awkward. or we try and tuck into it. I'm assuming most of the people that does collect the G.I. Joe has ordered this. And I know, without giving too many spoilers away, Jay, because it's Jay, has already made space for this. So I'm assuming it is a huge thing. But yeah, easy. Absolutely no problem. I said loads.
Fantastic. There we are. I'll attach my own replay later to work out what he actually says. We'll have this on the replay as we build the Lego tomorrow, so I can actually see what he said there. So yeah, the Cobra Rattler. So I'm sure Matthew told you the price and all that because he can actually see the price. Where's the price not on the main bit of the page? It's a bit stupid. Is it generally not on the bit of the page?
It didn't give you much information, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. Oh, it's there.
there
324.
There we go. $324.99 plus £5 delivery if you're not a Hasbro Pulse Premium member. I discovered, so it's $130 if you're not a premium member. So here it is then, the Cobra Rattler. Now, behind the scenes, I actually set a video up to talk about this 42 days ago. It's been in my StreamYard ready to go. I never actually got around to filming it, so it's just been sat there waiting. I blame Adam Batman around VigaCave.collectibles. He turned up. We talked about some Marvel Legends, and we ended up going to London. As he said, so that's kind of what happened. And then it just never did it. So how is it even doing? Let's have a look. So it's got off to a quick start. I saw that the Rattler got off to a quick start. I do not like the new Pulse website. It's a very complex layout.
So it says target 9,000. They've only unlocked 2 of the 3 tiers, and the project closes in 3 days. 16,652 backers.
There you go. You've Matthew's got you covered there. So 3 days to go. What do we need? I think it's 18,000 backers to get the actual full set of unlocks. We better just go and double check that, which only means we need about 1,500. Yeah, 18,000. So what we at 16,600. So we only need 1,500 people. So that'll be no problem at all, because you know what, all these crowdfunds, if we're probably used to these now in the toy community, aren't we? So we know the last day it goes absolutely nuts. The first day and the last day, you might as well just not do the middle of the campaign. You might as well make this a 3-day campaign, and then you'll just go straight through. But you've got to give people time to at least try and save up to pay for this, because you don't get charged to the end. So I have backed it. So spoiler, I have backed it. So I'm about to get a £325 bill in 3 days' time, because you will be charged at the end. Luckily, I did pre-prep, so I pretended on my spreadsheet I'd already paid for it. So I took the money off, so I didn't spend it. So look, sensible. That's very unusual for me in the toy budgeting game. I'm usually absolutely terrible and just stick it on PayPal credit, but I tried to be sensible this time and save up for this one. So not too bad. So I'm glad at least it'll come out the account and the payments can start. So limited to 5. So if you want to army build, you can army build, but that's going to be quite pricey to army build those. What do we think in the chat of the Rattler? Any backers in the chat? Are we not backing? Any thoughts on G.I. Joe? Hello to Cute Colt there, who said Super 7 was the best in show. No, now they can fix their QC issue. So I didn't put them in the poll, actually, did I? Super 7. So let me just plug the poll, because we're nearly an hour in. I've not even mentioned there's a poll in the chat. I've not even looked at the thing. So no. Classic YouTube. And so there is a poll in the chat. Thank you to Cute Colt. Who had the best SDCC? I know it's a very late question, so I put it in the title. So Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, NECA, or Mondo? And at the moment, it's Legends again. They've won a few previous polls on the channel, if I do believe, actually, as well. So Marvel Legends with 46% are winning at the moment. So get your votes in. Plenty of time to get some more votes in and change that one. NECA's in second at 23%, and G.I. Joe and Mondo bringing up the rear in a joint 15%. There we go. Only G.I. Joe classified dogs is Raptor and Retro Cobra Commander. So Damien's not in for a Rattler, but he is in for a Raptor, which Matthew is a character with big wings. I believe was also revealed at SDCC. So
fantastic.
I don't think I've even watched the G.I. Joe stream, you know. I don't think I have.
I couldn't.
No, I don't think I have.
My phone access was blocked.
Oh, yes, you've left the country for SDCC, as I said. He ended up in China, ladies and gentlemen. So
and I had no Wi-Fi for 2 weeks. Wi-Fi
you do some strange things. Let's have a look at some length. Now, we've talked about far too much about length to these things. So we've got 33 inches long, 32 inches wide, and then 9 inches high. So the height's fine. We can deal with that. I mean, they have got a bit of a weird feature. I don't recall aeroplanes having this feature of foldable wings, but I guess they're trying
they have them on the aircraft hangers, don't they?
Did they? Oh, okay.
Mm.
There you are. So foldable wings, fit it on your toy shelf, or fit in an aircraft hangar. So I don't know. It's big. It's big. So 33 inches. So that's nearly a meter long, isn't it? Yeah, that's 85 centimeters. So that is the height of just under the Lego Avengers Tower in Matthew's form.
That's
In toy form,
huge. Then.
it's the
Huge.
height of Galactus, but of course it's laying down. So this is the Avengers Tower or Galactus laying down in terms of width and length, because it's almost a square if you think about it.
Mm.
If the actual size of it, so it is humongous. So 325. I actually thought for once the price wasn't too bad on this one at all, really. At 325, it was 300 for the Hiss tank. It was about 280 for the Dragonfly. So you are getting 3 figures if we get all the unlocked tiers as well. So
Yeah,
for the size of it, I wasn't too off put at that price.
no, it's a big size. I'm just looking at. Obviously, this is the first time I've actually seen in the specs about it at all. They could screw you over with the height when the wings are up, though, because it goes from 9.8 to 13.9. So if you're thinking of a nice display, going, "Oh, it'll be all right. I can fit it in and just put the wings up." You got to make sure that you got enough shelf space and ceiling height above. So just be careful.
It wouldn't fit in one of these Kallax cube because that's 13.1 inches. So
Yeah.
actually, when you put the wing up, well, that's a good sort of definition of what the wing size is. The cube behind me, literally the size of one of those, and just over is your bit of folded wings. You are going to need. So I think space is the one thing that would put people off this one because it is just so big.
Does it come on a flight stand?
It does. No, it does come with a flight stand. I've seen it, which is quite good because the flight stand takes it over a figure height. So literally, for me, it's going on the top shelf above the figures.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. If you can do that, that's how you want it. You don't want it to take up any shelf space. You basically want it hovering. Oh, there we go.
There you go. So you got a 7.5 inch high. Well, it says high. Maybe it means length. I mean, I'm assuming height actually might be
7 by 7. That's quite big then.
Yeah, but there's an 11 there, so it looks taller than it is long.
Is it 11 inches long?
That's what it's saying. I'm assuming front to back, they're saying it's 11 inches long.
That's nearly two of your figures led down, sharing a bed head to tail. It can't be that big a bed. I guess if it's a heavy thing, it might need it.
Yeah, it's about the size 28.8 centimeters. So a ruler. So it's a standard ruler, school ruler in terms of length. It's a big old stand, actually. It's a big old stand.
So that's actually going to take up quite a bit of space then.
You probably are going to have a bit of weight, though, as you say, to this, aren't you? A nice bit of
I reckon so.
Nice bit of solid weight. So there's your offering. Yeah, there's your offering. So you get Wild Weasel, I think, now as well. You get an additional gunner, I think it is, for the second tier. And then you get the Baroness in a flight suit for the third tier. The first tier, absolute wet fart, the first tier. It's sew-on patches for your jackets. You can have some sew-on patches. So a bit like your Lego Harry Potter clock that was your giveaway. Sew-on patches was the first tier. Any fans in the chat of sew-on patches?
They are a collector's thing, though, aren't they? That's the problem. People like doing that, but I couldn't care less.
I don't want them as an extra tier in my HasLab. I'd
rather have exactly. You wouldn't.
But
couldn't care less.
Battle damage pieces. That's pretty cool. The battle damage sort of side pod there. I hadn't even noticed that. Or a battle damage bit of wing. So that's cool to see. You got loads of different missiles. I just backed it basically, sort of like one. I thought I guessed it would be the Rattler. I think the rumors were running wild nearly all year that it was going to be a Rattler. I think I've said on previous streams I wanted a Rattler because I wanted a big old aeroplane to go off sort of the top shelf near the ceiling. So I was quite pleased. It actually was what I was hoping it was. So I was happy to back it. It seems like it's doing quite well. It's gone a bit stale in the middle, but probably end up around the 20,000 mark, I would guess.
Is this the aircraft that takes off on the air carrier, the boat thing at the start of the credits?
No, that would be the Sky Striker, that the G.I. Joe planes. This is the Cobra plane that's going to fight them when they're fighting in the air.
Right, yeah.
There's your patches.
Yeah, pointless.
Get your patches now. There you go. Get your patches. Everybody wants your patches. There's your gunner. So he's unlocked. We got the gunner. We're not quite at the Baroness yet, but she's got interchangeable hair pieces, which Joe's have started to do. Mattel have started to do that with wrestling figures as well. So it's nice to have the interchangeable hair pieces. They seem to work quite well, so I quite happily have a Baroness in a flight suit as the final unlock. So overall, quite quite pleased with this one, really. So one thing we won't be covering this evening is sort of like the Marvel Legends San Diego Comic Con releases, because that is the last video I did. So head back 6 weeks and you will see myself and Adam, who was sat next to me. Spoiler, he's a very short man. We had to prop him up. We generally had to prop him up. Adam, if you're on the replay, hello. You had to be propped up here to fit next to me. So we did discuss the SDCC Hasbro Marvel Legends releases, and they do seem to be quite popular from the looks of the poll. So of course they announced there was no HasLab coming this year from Marvel Legends. We're going to get Dragon Man instead, as sort of made to order rather than the crowd film. We don't know the price point yet, but at the end of the week it'll be post-con, because I'm so slow at getting live streams out. So I'm sure we will know more about that then. So we will get that covered in a future video. So I've backed it. Yeah, happy enough with the Rattler. So that was my thoughts. Bit late, but we've discussed the Rattler, and we'll have to discuss it again probably in a few days when it finishes. So
yeah,
you might get another video in 3 days if I can get back into a nice reaction streaming position. Then we can actually talk about that. And let me close some of these tabs. So let's close the tabs we've covered, so then we can keep going in order. So let's go something a little more modern then. So let's just talking about Marvel Legends. We'll just head into what's recently been shown for Legends, because we do have a new pre-order that went up yesterday. So we have the Lockjaw and Crystal set then from the Inhumans. So a lot of you may have, as we do the Mezco version of Lockjaw there with his light up face, but Marvel finally doing one in the Hasbro line. And of course, we have Crystal to go with him as well. If you haven't seen the video from the Disney store that I was showing earlier on the channel, I did manage to get my hands on this in person. So I have touched this dog. I've given him a little stroke and everything. So quite weighty would be what I say from actually handling it in person. When Brandon brought it to the Disney store to have like an exclusive look at, it's it's definitely bigger than I thought it would be in terms of heftiness, in terms of weight. You do not have articulated legs there. You have interchangeable hind legs, so you can do the seated position or the standing position, but you do have some articulation that seemed to work quite well in the paws there, so you can get a bit of paw rocker, which was nice to see. But definitely bigger in person than I thought. And Crystal did have a really good face, so that's the thing I take away. The face printing has really come a long way in Marvel Legends, as I was noticing with a lot of these newer figures that we were seeing in the Disney store. So it does look good. The only off-putting thing, though, of course, now it's not for pre-order. We know the price. In America, this is $70. Seems like for once for the UK, they've kind of got the conversion right, and it's £60.99. So they haven't stuck it over £70 that I was fearing they would do. But in the UK, this is a Pulse exclusive, so you've got nowhere else to go on this one. So I have snuck a pre-order in. I'm not sure if I'll keep it, but just in case it's sold out, being a Pulse exclusive, I thought I'd get a pre-order in. I've seen a lot of hate for the price online, people saying they'll wait for the sale. So if that's true and it doesn't sell, maybe if it doesn't sell out, I might cancel my pre-order and see if I can get it a bit cheaper. Says it's due in about 3 weeks' time. Probably not quite accurate. I think it will be delayed on that. So, I like it. The price is a little high, but if you think a figure these days is 25, so you take 25 off that, you're only looking at 35 for Lockjaw. So actually breaking it down that way, I think Lockjaw would be over £30 deluxe. The price probably is about right UK wise, and I suppose in America it'd be $45 and $25. So it's probably about there, unfortunately, for today's game. But Matthew, being a Lego collector, these prices, especially on Marvel properties, have increased.
Yeah, it's all about Marvel tax, isn't it? I think that's the problem, and obviously not to bore everybody, but depending on how they're doing stuff with renewable energy now into the plastic injection molds and all that kind of thing, which is what Lego have just announced that they're going to be doing. So they're going to be using less fossil fuel. The only problem is with that is that it will then bring the price up of the manufacturing process. So, but yeah, to be honest, 60 quid, well, 61 quid, say, plus delivery. You got to be careful, though, aren't you? Because if you wait and think it's going to go into a sale and they haven't ordered that many in, you're not going to get your hands on it. So it's a horrible game to play, but I think the price is the price, and it is what it is.
And that's exactly why I put the pre-order in, just in case it sells out, because at least I've got them. Then I wouldn't want to pay aftermarket on it, because you end up, as you say, kind of screwing yourself in that way, because you haven't paid the full price because you want to wait for the sale. and it's 80 quid on eBay, and you're like, oh, I still kind of want it. The FOMO hits you, and then you end up overpaying for it. So
that's it.
It's a catch-22, really, isn't it? You don't fully know where to go sometimes. This, but that has gone up for pre-order this week. Well, for pre-order last week, I suppose, and we've heard the not Chitauri. What am I talking about? The Outriders from Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. Again, that's a £61 pack. That seems a little high for that because they don't look the biggest of figures. But again, Matthew was talking about sort of tooling costs and things there. That's going to be brand new tools for those two with the forearms and everything in them. So maybe that's why. But with MCU, that one. That's Jay's Toy Collection top tip. I can't see that one selling at 60 quid though for an MCU army builder. So I'm gonna tip that one for a sale, definitely. We have already covered this, but while we're here, we've got a good look again. So the Punisher, finally, Frank Castle is back in the Marvel Legends, double jointed pinless. This I couldn't give a crap how much it was. I was pre-ordering this boy straight away. And then found the Bushwhacker. Now Matthew's not seen Bushwhacker, so one of Punisher's classic villains here. And yes, he does have a very veiny. Yes, he's not seen this yet. We've saved him for his reaction.
Very good.
We cannot get away from Dick tonight because what describe that arm to me, an interchangeable finger.
Well, it's basically a human penis on an arm with four. I'll stop myself from saying what I was about to say, but yeah, it's graphic. That's what we can say.
There you are. Punisher, always graphic comics, of course. Punisher War Journals, where it comes from. So you get some really nice art on the back of the box for the covers.
Oh,
so
nice.
We do have this one in omnibus form, Matthew. So you can check this out when you come over.
I'll be checking his girth out for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So very excited to get this one. So that was definitely a pre-order when I could. That was
So just stupid thing to say, because obviously there was a big worry a while back that you wouldn't be getting Frank Castle for a while because of obviously what happened way back when. They've kept the skull logo correct as they did in the comics, or have they tweaked it ever so slightly, or on the figure?
I mean, no, it is correct.
So it's all as is. They've just brushed it under the rug and carried on.
It looks like we're good to go. Okay, let's say Hasbro, of course, never technically said anything, so
they didn't.
We don't know. It just everything's just held off, didn't they? I think the last Punisher we had was in Lego form back in the Daily Bugle.
It was, and that was accurate.
That was the skull. Yeah, so that's sort of like the early '90s skull. There is what they've gone for. So yeah, that is a
happy days.
That's a definite pre-order. Right. Okay. Next tab. We are flying now. We are flying through this toy news. Flying might have been a slight exaggeration there. Right, the Simpsons are on your screen. So these are hitting the UK now. They are in all Asda stores, apart from the Asda stores that Cheeky Monkey and I went to. They're in Asda, they're in the Entertainer, and they should be in Smith's soon. So the Jack's Pacific Simpsons are here. Cheeky Monkey was looking forward to collecting this line. However, if you saw Mr. Who last night, you've seen a few UK Instagram posts. I think Cool Toys UK has some photos up as well. We've got a bit of a QC issue going on here.
Oh, so
really? We have an extremely wonky-eyed Homer Simpson and an extremely wonky-eyed Bart Simpson. Let me head over see if I can pull up Dan's Instagram actually, because I think it's on there. So it's not the greatest start to wave one that we've ended up with here in the UK stock. And another issue for the UK stock is on the back of the figures. They've had to print like the European import codes. You've got an entire text of black, the entire paragraph of black text, the entire size of the back of the figure just slapped on the back with all like the EU importing stuff, which you don't get on the US release. So if I go to this tab instead, you will see what I'm talking about here. So we've got a very wonky-eyed Bart Simpson. And we've got an even wonkier-eyed Homer Simpson. Now, this doesn't seem to be a one-off. I have seen multiple reports of this. So you're going to have to probably... You can pre-order them now from the Entertainer, but we've held off, and I think we're going to hunt Smiths when they come in. So, of course, we can then hand select and not get any ones with a dodgy eye. So how widespread it is, I don't know. And of course, it is the first wave, so I hope they will correct it and everything by the second wave. And it's not going to be an ongoing issue for the line. But of course, it does take some of the enthusiasm out at the start of the line And then when we whacked him out the package, all that writing on the back. So Willie's fine. At least Willie's fine. That's a bonus. And Otto is fine. But we have seen there that definite QC issues on Bart and Homer. Let's have a look over here. And the exclusive for the Wave is Bartman. And he is available at the Entertainer then in the UK. So these do look good. It's just these slight little niggling issues. Has me a little concerned whether I should jump in. Well, Cheeky Monkey wants to jump into this line. I'm quite happy with the World of Springfield, but it would be nice to have a modern support of modern Simpson line. I just hope they can outline some of these teething problems, if we call them.
Problem is, if you don't get the first wave and the second wave comes out fully fixed and sorted, you're going to miss out on the first wave, aren't you? So you're going to either have to fix the eyeballs yourself on the shelf, and then just hope that season 2 is better.
Yeah, no, I've had that thought too. You've probably read my mind. I'm going to still need them, but at least with them coming to Smiths, then we can go and look in store. So it's not every figure. There's definitely ones that are absolutely fine out there. So it just depends how many in the batch are actually like that. We've got the Crazy Hulk Homer, so he's available. You'll notice Mr. Burns as Dracula is not available at the Entertainer. They are a very religious store and do not allow any form of witchcraft, Dracula, or anything like that in the store. Even with the He-Man characters, they don't stock some of the more sort of witch-like characters and things. So very, very weird, the Entertainer, when it comes to their stocking. Let's see, when are they due at Smiths, actually? Let's have a look. Let's go to Smiths. Live toy shopping here in the middle of let's type the
get it done. Get it done.
Simpsons. Let's share this tab instead. Close that tab. Let's have a look over here. Flick that over there. Let's have a look. So you got the 2-inch line as well. 2-inch line as well. Not much more was announced at Comic-Con than what we'd seen here. What's the date then? What's the date on these? Estimated 27th of September to the 4th of October. So you've got about a month or so then till they actually start hitting Smiths. So
fingers crossed they'll come in. You can see them on the shelf. We can pick the ones they want. They've got a good stock of each. And hopefully the Entertainer had the bad lot. And when these come into Smiths, it'll be tickety boom for both scales. Yeah, hopefully, because I think Cheeky Monkey would like her own little line. I think we finally got her into the bit of collecting there. So we will see. There we are. Right, okay. Are we ready? That's the Simpsons. So next, let's keep it keep it animated, but it's not actually animated, so it's a terrible segment, really. But let's go to NECA then. So NECA is one of the options in the poll. How is NECA doing in the poll? Let me go back to the poll, just unplug the poll. No, it's not moved. Not moved at all. So it's still 23% for NECA. So it's in second place. So here we go. From San Diego Comic-Con, of course. I think we just covered some of these on preview night, but let's have a look again. Let's do a bit of the old zoom. Nice.
Oh, here we go. Sesame Street. Oh, yeah. Hey, Bert. I love Sesame Street. So, on a sick day as a child, when you're home from school, Sesame Street was on Channel 4 lunchtimes. Used to like a bit of Sesame Street. So NECA doing ultimates for Sesame Street. I, for one, intend to buy all of them. So another line. Yes, another line to add to the collection. Now, Lego have done these, and I was looking at literally just before these were announced, literally the day before, I was looking to backtrack the Lego set to have some Sesame Street in the collection, but it's very expensive. Now it's out of production. Yep. And then literally the next day, these popped up. So I was like, well, screw you, Lego. I'm going with NECA. So these look good. Have you got the Sesame Street set? I can't remember.
No. There was a set that I got the date mixed up. It retired the wrong month. I was going to get it. And I thought I'll get it in January with double points. And it retired in November. And I didn't realise. Schoolboy error on that one.
Schoolboy error. So there's plenty of Sesame Street available. So Super 7 are doing the reaction figures. NECA are doing the Toonie Terrors figures, but they're calling it Toonie TV. And now they're going full on into the ultimates then. So you've got the full on collector's edition of Sesame Street figures. What I like is the texture on the figures. You've got the sort of like the textures of the puppet, which I like to see. What puppet the suit people were dressed in for some of them as well. But yeah, the count there, Bert and Ernie. I even like the letters spelling out NECA on the shelf. They didn't show any more, but hopefully they sell well and we keep going with a few of these. I'd love to get Oscar the Grouch in his trash can. Of course, we're going to need Big Bird. We're going to need Cookie Monster. We could name Sesame Street characters for days. So definitely a line that I hope does sell well. I think it did get a lot of nostalgia going between the toy collecting community at San Diego. Did see a lot of videos and things covering these, so I would I'd happily collect these. So hopefully they'll come out in the UK. That usual £35 NECA price point. I'm going to assume Uncle Ali will probably get them in. So yeah, let's go Sesame Street. So
I think they'll sell well, to be honest.
Right. Okay. Let's go across and oh my god, not again, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
I can't believe
It's
it.
another one.
I can't believe it.
It's
I
just
can't get away
filthy
from it.
tonight. Good
It's
grief.
just that's 6 weeks, and all we want to talk about is Dick. So here he is again. Now this
6
is
weeks worth of Dick.
this is the Dick that started it all, the classic Dick. This is the Dick I've been waiting for my entire life. The Mezco classic Dick Grayson Robin, and we just got our first in-hand look at San Diego in the Mezco booth. It was there, and he looks great. So pre-order went in a long time ago for this one, probably good 6 months ago or so, probably in a year now. God knows, I could check the spreadsheet. But how long did I pre-order it? Let me do that. I'm going to live check my spreadsheet in the background. Let's have a look. When did I pre-order Dick? It's all right. I'm quick at this. I ordered Dick on the 24th of January. So it's been 8 months or so. Yeah, this year. So yes, I do keep a spreadsheet, ladies and gentlemen, of every single pre-order. That could be a future live stream going through it. It could be quite depressing there. Going through the spreadsheet of what I've pre-ordered.
There's a lot on there, isn't there?
Yeah, you got to. Whoa! I've zoomed. No, I didn't know I could do that. Look at that. Whoa! Look at that.
You zoom right in on him.
I can go right in there. Look at that.
I knew he was going for the goods. He's going for the good stuff.
Fantastic. Look at that. Look at that soft goods. Lovely stitching pattern. Lovely stitching pattern there. So what else was new in the booth? So the Joker again was up pre-order, but again, this is the first. So what's he got going on there? On that utility belt. My goodness. So there's the Joker. Classic Joker again. It's like 1940s, 1950s Joker. Again, been up for pre-order for a while. But Mezco haven't been a lot of conventions. So this is the first time, again, I think, seeing actually this figure in physical toy form. So, yeah. I'm happy with my pre-order on that one. That was good. What else is new in this Mezco booth? A lot of this is already we got Doc Ock then again for the first time with the prototype in there. Good old skinny Doc Ock, the early version of Doc Ock, but he is standing on the tentacles. So I'm assuming Shire D Amazing. I'm sure he did the posing. Usually does it, I think, for Mezco at San Diego. But you can have a lot of tentacle options there. So this one I'm really excited for getting in the Mezco collection as part of the toy room maneuvers that have been going on. The Mezco and the Mafex have now again taken pride of place, and they've moved into their own sort of detofs in a different part of the living room. So we've got very distinctive displays coming up through the house. Again, stick around on the channel for that, because there is a lot of videos to come with regard to the toy moves. But there's a nice cube waiting for this guy with classic sort of Steve Ditko Spider-Man that is already in position. So I'm looking forward to getting Doc Ock. So he looked pretty good. Anything else? Again, we got the Silver Centurion Iron Man. I think he is literally shipping now. So that's another bloody £100 bill. I'm probably going to expect at some point this month, because the Silver Centurion version of Iron Man is shipping, I've seen. So nice shiny metallic, because it is metal, of course, from the Mezco range. So that'll be nice to add to the collection. A couple of years that one's been on pre-order. And here's classic Cap in the shorts, in the controversial shorts. So he did wear it in certain comics and certain panels, so it is accurate. It's just a bit of an unusual design though, but that is what he wore. So I don't think I've actually pre-ordered this one. That might have to go on to another thing. Why am I live pre-ordering? Bloody hell, it's happening again. Yeah, this one needs.
You always end up spending money, don't you?
What just happens? You see, I shouldn't see. Have I been better since I've not been on the air? Have I bought less?
No, of course you haven't. You've had to redo the whole house for displays that are coming next year. Everybody knows what you like.
It was triggered. It was triggered by SDCC, because it's triggered by a company we'll get to in a minute, and all their releases. I was like, I'm going to need more room, so that's what triggered it. So there's Cap. Anything else new from Mezco SDCC? I do not think so. Right, we'll just pop to their website though. There we go. So We've had a lot of talk of Dick tonight, but I am firing blanks because there is the blank from Mezco. They go with the Dick Tracy, and I missed the pre-order. That's why there was
no.
There was no video on the channel. I was there. I was on time. I was in there, but the site kept crashing. It was a terrible 30 minutes of Mezco. The site kept crashing. And by the time it finally let me through, I had them in my basket. They were thrown out of my basket. I had 2 in my basket. It was doing all sorts of stupid things. Wouldn't let you check out. And 31 minutes later, when it would let me check out, it was sold out and joined the wait list. So I joined the wait list. I'm on the wait list. So whether it converts or not at some point in the future, I do not know. But at the moment, I do not have a blank to go with my Dick Tracy. So I'm a little annoyed.
Yeah, sorry, was that your little annoyed?
Little annoyed, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that's what you said. Just making sure. Just making sure I can feel your pain.
Wasn't happy with this one. Was not happy with this one. But it's not Madonna under there, unfortunately. If Madonna was under there, I'd be even more annoyed if it was the movie version. I've just probably spoiled that film for Matthew because I don't think he's ever seen the Dick Tracy film. Well, there you go. Spoilers for a 34-year-old movie. Yeah,
no, I think I probably would never have seen it anyway, so don't you worry.
But this is the sort of classic comic book version there. But yeah, so there is a blank man with no face, and he will not be joining my my Mezco collection at the moment, thanks to Mezco's shite website. So okay, where are we going to go next? Let's change the order. I think we'll go there after. We will go here next. We will go. Here we go. Right.
So many tabs open.
So many tabs. So many tabs. We're going 12 inches. We're going Mondo. And we're going to the company. The reason that I started changing a living room around, all those glass units had to be bought, was Mondo and their SDCC showings. So finally, that's just made me laugh in the chat. At least you had the Playmates one as a child. Cute Colt. So now, Matthew, we'll have to get you up to speed on this one as a Lego and non-action figure collector. I did not have the blank as a Playmates child in Toyo, nor did many children, because it's one of the most expensive action figures you could possibly get. It was extremely short produced. It even spoiled the film, I think, because Madonna was under there, and it cost thousands, and I'm talking thousands and thousands of dollars to get a mint on card version of the blank. Even a loose one goes for serious money. So Mezco doing the blank was pretty cool to actually finally have a blank. And no, I don't have one.
I still don't own one. Well, it keeps the tradition alive.
Even the chat are winding me up on it, for goodness sake.
Keep turning on.
So here is Spider-Man in Mondo form. Looks great. Looks like the 90s animated. Looks like the 90s animated version of Spider-Man, as it should do. Cell shading on point, as it is always from Mondo. And I cannot wait to pre-order this one, which I think goes up soon. So that'll be another bloody bill going on. It does not stop when it comes to action figure collecting, but I've been excited about this line for like nearly a year, isn't it? Since they announced it, maybe 9 months or so, they announced it that they would be going from the X-Men, from the Batman to my personal favorite animated show of childhood. Yes, Batman is technically a better show. So is probably X-Men, but really, to me, it was all about Spidey and his rogues gallery. So all these villains, I'm going to be moist. That's all I can say about all of these. It's nuts. I'm so excited about this line. It's got a pride place right in the middle of my display in the living room. I've got 4 empty cubes now. I've basically purchased a whole empty cabinet to put these in. So it's sat there empty and ready to go. So I cannot wait. And here he is. There is Venom. So huge, coming fall 2024. Venom famously with a red and blue, very unique cell shading within the animated show, and that very unique version of his face. This is what I grew up on. This is my Venom. And yeah, I don't even know what to say. It just looks crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say out of all of your collection that I get the privilege to see often, The one new thing that you added was when you got the first lot of Mondos in, I said to you then, I think by far they have the most impactful thing on the shelf, and they look so good in hand. So I can just imagine the colours of these popping as well. But the X-Men and the Batman stuff, they're just next level, to be honest. But
yes, they just do such good sculpts in that 12-inch range. They got more plastic to sculpt with, but they just do the shell shading so well. I've got new lights to light these up, so I think these will look really good under the new lights. Kev's just said there, these Spidey ones would tempt me into Mondo. Well, they're brilliant. They're some of my favourite action figures in the collection. But they're not the cheapest, but they're not as bad as Hot Toys. They're half the price of what Hot Toys are. So if you're able to spend that much, then and you really like this show, then some of these I think would definitely be worth a pickup. What? That's not even my shot. That is the shot. So we've shouted a Toy Arc, by the way, because we have been using Toy Arc all evening. I had forgotten to shout them out. So shouted a Toy Arc for most of this coverage this evening there, but they've just gone straight for random crotch shots. So
straight for the crotch.
There was the Cyclops. It was SDCC exclusive. The sort of the non-head version, the more classic look. I didn't buy that one. See, I passed on that one. I didn't think I needed. Didn't think I needed that one, but I have pre-ordered the sort of Jim Lee 90s animated Cyclops. That was again the first time we were seeing him in person. So I think he's probably due quite soon, actually. So it may not be too long till we get him. There's a Mega Red. He's already here. Let me see if I can. So he's Gambit. Let me find the newer images then. It's nearly there anyway. So Poison Ivy was next. And we're so late, she's already got it for pre-order, so you've already missed it. So
that's it.
So if you wanted her, you've lost your shit out of luck. So,
the breaking news is sold out.
Yes, you can still get the regular version though, I do believe, but the deluxe was a 1 week timed exclusive that was about 2 weeks ago. So yes, I did order the deluxe before anybody asked in the chat. The deluxe has been ordered, so she will be coming. So luckily, Mondo do take PayPal credit and offer free international shipping. So shout out Mondo for the free international shipping, because that does save a lot of money. So Poison Ivy looks great from the Batman the Animated Series. So she had to be pre-ordered, and she was indeed pre-ordered. And she just come with the little twins there that are growing in the pods, but they came with the exclusive version. And here he is, one of my absolute favourites, the giant human ball of turd himself. It's Clayface.
Steaming pile.
Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. I was sending then this was the figure when I realized Matthew had gone missing. So
yeah, this is it.
I sent him this figure, and he knows how much I've been wanting a Clayface for this line. And I had, ladies and gentlemen, I had no response. Nothing. Response at all. So
I reckon I opened up this steaming pile of turd image about 2 weeks after you sent it. I think when I landed back at Heathrow, my phone pinged and there's just a steaming pile. Not asking if I'm okay and if I've died, just a steaming pile of this. And I knew then that Jay wanted it straight away.
Oh,
it does look great though.
Oh, the best bit's the accessory that we got. There it is.
Yeah, that's the one. Is that the deluxe version with the steaming pile on the floor? Or is
they haven't said, but I'm going to assume right now. Yes, that will be the deluxe version that will come with that. So have no fear. I will be there at 6 p.m. when these launch to pre-order this, because this looks brilliant. They've said they haven't shown all the accessories. They said there's loads of other heads. And I think they pretty much said any hand attachment he changes his hand to in the show will come with a figure. So there's going to be a super deluxe.
Yeah.
The price on this one is going to be high because it's so much more plastic. Just a bit like Man-Bat was last year. They said in interviews after they did Man-Bat.
They give you a warning.
They knew they were going to do something this big again because it sold so well. So thank you to everybody that purchased Man-Bat. I finally got Clayface. So
they are things that they are that special. If you did have the space and the money, they look that good in person. So yeah, for the people that don't really know about the Mondo, obviously aren't into the 12-inch game, they do look so good.
So they did say, talking the 12-inch game, that they would be going into the 6-inch game at the show. We'll get to the Ghostbusters in a minute. They did announce some He-Man figures would be coming in the 6-inch range from Mondo. So keep your eye out for those. But there's more. This is why I had to buy more cabinets, and I was having the right panic. This idiot wasn't responding because here's
Nope.
Scarecrow. So look at
Yep.
that. 3
was
figures
great.
from Batman the Animated Series. And Scarecrow again looks brilliant. We haven't seen all the accessories yet, just an early prototype hand painted there. I just look great facial designs within the show there. Let's go back to Scarecrow. So yeah, another one to pick up. I think I'm all in effectively on this line now. So
Yeah.
It is what it is. We'll have to make the space. So we will see what happens. They did show Batman Beyond, so technically another series, the sequel to the animated show set in like the future time. So this one I think I'll pass on. It does look good though. I was looking at the cell shade now. I go, maybe I won't. I don't know, but this could lead to a whole other line because if they do more villains for Batman Beyond, then that's going to lead to more cubes and more expensive. So for now, I'm going to say I'm going to pass on Batman Beyond. There's the Joker rat that will come with Scarecrow from his hallucinations. And then there's some other 12-inch figures. So that was Mondo's 12-inch range. That got me far too excited on there. What else was cute going like there? The Batgirl, Zatanna, and Talia al Ghul. Yes. Ra's al Ghul as well. With Two-Face. Matt's a kind of Two-Face. We could go on effectively. We could go on with the animated series. Let's get every character. But let's stick with Mondo. But let's go to then the 6-inch line. 6 to 7 inch. 6 to 7 inch, I think they've said these will be. So the 1/12 scale line. Damien, if you're still with us in the chat, Damien will be very excited about these ones. So here they are. We've had the tease that they were going to do these. Matthews had to find me a Ghostbusters Firehouse at Toy Fair.
Yep. Which I scouted well.
You did. The last Sandown Toy Fair you found with Sandown Toy Fair is actually tomorrow. So anybody good luck anybody going to Sandown Toy Fair in the London area tomorrow, because there is one tomorrow, and there's also going to be a Birmingham Toy Fair at the end of this month. So hopefully be able to try and attend the Birmingham one later this month. But Matthew did find me a classic Firehouse to go with this one. And he actually found me the variant version without the purple paint, without even knowing as well. So we have
That's it.
We have the variant Firehouse ready to go. Yeah, Damien is still with us. He is dropping ghosts in the chat there. So here they are. And again, from Mondo, they've nailed these. They look utterly fantastic. So
They look
entering
amazing.
into the 12-inch line. So they're going to be coming in 2 packs, technically 3 packs, because you get a small ghost, a big ghost, and a buster. So at least when we get all 4 busters, by that point we'll have 4 big ghosts and 4 small ghosts as well. So starting a nice collection. I think they say it's going to be 1 every quarter, so not 2 often, which is good. So it won't hurt the wallet, because that is where the controversy lies with these ones, because the price point was hinted at, and the internet lost their minds. So if you head back to previous episodes of Jay's Toy Collection UK, I have mentioned that I thought these would be about the same price as a 1/6 Mondo that we just discussed from like the animated series, which are about the $200 price point. And that's roughly what they cost. So I was thinking if they cut the figures in half and give us all the accessories, because they'll give us loads of accessories. They actually pack these boxes with accessories, cut the figures in half, big ghost as well. It's probably going to be the same price. So I was thinking between the $150 to $200 price range. So to no surprise to me, they've come in at $202. So they are $200 sets. But of course, the 6-inch community was in uproar because I think we're used to prices of that description for these style of figures. So I think people were thinking these are more in like the $35 to $50 range. And I was like, that's not going to be happening with Mondo. I think Mondo like to protect their price point, I would say, protect their branding. And they are more of a high-end sort of niche company. These will be sold in small numbers. You're not going to sell a lot of these. They're going to be quite exclusive to Mondo, I would assume. So I'm expecting a higher price point. So I've had a few debates out there over the time. So to me, this is what I've expected. Yes, I would like them cheaper. I would definitely like them cheaper. But this is about where I thought they would price them. Of course, there are no soft goods here. So Mezco, they're in basically the price of a Mezco, aren't they? Because you're getting a 2-pack, and the Mezco's 100. So you got 2 of them for 200. So that is what I was expecting. You do not get the soft goods, but their paint really is good. So does NECA. NECA probably gives you the best value in terms of paint out there. because the NECA stuff pops on the shelf, it looks really good, and they're in the $40 price point. So they've said the He-Man stuff they're going to be going into will be cheaper than this, but this is what it is on these. So how will they sell? I don't know. They've said they will do the Ghostbusters singly, so you can just buy a single Ghostbuster at a later date, but I think they're still going to be around the $100 price point. So it's not going to be a cheap line to collect. So I know that's probably annoyed a lot of people that have effectively priced them out of the market before they've even started, because there was a lot of hype about these. I just had the feeling in the waters they were not going to be what people expected them to be. And unfortunately, that has proved true. So the question is, am I still going to get them? Yes, I am still going to get them, because I said this is what I was expecting from Mondo. So hopefully with hopefully the same rules apply for international shipping, and they take PayPal credits. You can spread the cost over a few months, but I'm still on the line. But they've said there's probably going to be quite a few out there that are not still on the line. So thoughts in the chat, thoughts in the comments on the price point of the Mondos there. So Damien's like, yeah, about 180 in the UK. That's probably what it will convert. Well, 200 converts down to about 160, 170, doesn't it? So, but it depends if you get import fees. If you get your import fees, which you do often get with Mondo, these will make it £200. So I would be expecting about 200. Yeah, they will do installment plans because you can take PayPal credit. And the back is here. So hello, Lorenz. How are you doing, Alyssa? Nice to see you here in the chat. We're still rocking. We are over an hour and a half in, and we're over halfway, I would say. So we're getting through the tabs here. But in terms of the figures, these ghosts look nuts.
They do. They do. I think the thing is with regards to the price point with the outside looking in, this is kind of like the UCS version of action figures, I guess, for that range, just with the detail and everything else. So a lot of people might have been annoyed with regards to the price, but then at the same time, they might not have been marketing it at that selective audience as well, because they haven't bought the other Mondo stuff in the line either. So there's two ways to look at it. But if they're anything like the larger ones, they will be brilliant. But then I don't know what they would look like if you had a 6-inch version of this and a 12-inch version of this side by side. Would it be worth going for the bigger one over the smaller one for detail?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So with Mondo, with these, yeah, they've definitely gone into the 6-inch line for this. This is what they're doing. Yes. They are going to sit. They're going down for the first time.
Have they got exclusive rights to them? Is it exclusive license?
Hasbro is the master license holder,
but they don't produce them.
At the moment, they're not doing a lot with Ghostbusters. We might find out post-con soon. Yeah. They have announced potentially there's going to be an Ecto-1 HasLab, but it's not going to be in it. This is specifically the real Ghostbusters, so the animated series. So no, this is what not do nothing.
Because if Mondo has got the license to do it, and obviously we understand about licensing fees and all of that, if it was that easy for them to come at a cheap price point, they would already be out and available and easy grabbable from a company. So there must be something behind the scenes where it's not that simple to get them down to a cheaper price point anyway. And of course, like you said, they're just protecting their brand at keeping it at that price point.
Indeed. So now, talking cheaper price point, you've segued maybe there, because we're going to go to the next company who do some fantastic
value
price points. So this is one from another. You're not getting value there, you're getting value here, because here we go into Jada Toys, then the absolute company of the year in terms of upstart company. Not an upstart company, but they are with a 6-inch game, because they have already, in a space of a year, effectively shown here, if I can zoom in and stay in, nearly, I think it's about 20, all of the Street Fighter 2 roster. Now, they're not all up for pre-order there. Yeah, these are early prototypes on a lot of them. But I've been collecting Storm collectibles for what, 6 years, 7 years?
Yep.
And we've not got half the roster yet. So this is fantastic to see all these characters on the shelf. And having had some of these in hand, if you haven't gotten them in the chat, get them, because these are fantastic. They're £25. You get a good selection of accessories. The articulation's fantastic. The plastic's nice and smooth. They're great. They're absolutely fantastic. Cannot say enough about them. I've unboxed a few more of them as I've gone through my unboxings of the last few weeks. So I've got M. Bison out there, Dalsim's unboxed, got the Evil Ryu, the basic Ryu, got Chun-Li, we've got Fei Long. So I think Wave 3 will be going up for pre-order soon. We'll get through some of these images. We'll see the SDCC exclusive of the pink Chun-Li. So she's on pre-order with Star Action Figures in the UK. So is Violent Ken. So I've got my pre-orders in there for the SDCC exclusive. But I can't see some of my favorite characters. I love Blanca, so I love when you come out, you do the electrocution move. So he's there, so that's great to see. We've got Eonda. I like a bit of sumo wrestling, me, so he's great to see. Zangief looks buff. Cammy looks fantastic. Vega's there with a mask. Just can't believe they've shown so many of them. So it's going to take another year or so, probably at least, to get through them. So they could get through them a bit quicker in terms of actually releasing them would be good. But they just look fantastic. So let's have a closer look there at Cammy. She looks really good. So
yeah, they do look like things. The colors of them look great, and they're really posable as well, aren't they? So they've got a lot of mobility in them.
Yeah, you see you see the pinless. Yeah, the posing's really good. You'll see a lot of these are say hand painted. You can see the paint missing there because they are just hand painted prototypes. Vega with the mask. I've wanted a figure for Vega since I was a kid. I've never had a figure of Vega. I had a how did I have as a kid? I had Zangief, and I had a figure of Zangief when I was little because they used to use the G.I. Joe bodies when literally growing up. So that was the figure I had. So got there again, looking big and imposing. What's the back to saying? Lorenz is saying there, these all look good. Can't wait to finish them. I still need Fei Long and then Bison. I'll get a move on the ends. Get out there, get hunting. You should be able to find them. They are out there. They are so good. Yeah, Yonder. I don't know. I don't know what to say for these things. They're just really good action figures for really cheap price points. So,
do you reckon they're the best value for money this year?
Oh, without a doubt. No, they're £25 or even cheaper at like Amazon. I've seen them for like 23. So you do not get that level of articulation. I figured now we can start to get the interchangeable faces and things coming into some of these player 2s, player 3s, because if they keep selling, they can do so many color variations. Literally, isn't they? There is so many color variations they could do. I think they're so.
What's it? They got three of each.
I think there's 6. I think there's
six.
6.
Oh, 6-player game, wasn't it?
I think there's 6 colors. So they even showed Akuma there. I think they only showed him from the back there, but you've got the effects and things. There's Violent Ken with the different shades and the plastic and everything. Yeah, gushing over these, but they're fantastic. So Jada Toys doing really well. But speaking of Jada Toys, and if you remember, for about an hour and a half ago, I mentioned some pajamas that I'd bought. So here we go. Why did I buy them? Because Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Can you believe it? Jada Toys have been teasing a new license. And at Comic-Con, they dropped that bombshell. Scooby-Doo. Hanna-Barbera license. I don't know how much they've got of the Hanna-Barbera license where it's just Scooby-Doo, but hopefully it leads to a wider Hanna-Barbera license. Because if I get Flintstones figures, I don't know. I'll strip naked and run around live on the stream. It's all be going on.
You'll have to get censorship for that.
I'll get the censorship. Don't forget,
Patreon,
if you weren't at the start of the show, there are 2 very special super chat thank yous this evening. So if you would like to see some scantily clad versions of me and Matthew, then feel free to drop a super chat, and you will see us again. Anybody that is new here and has not seen those images in the first hour of the stream, either head back on the replay or drop a super chat now, and you can see a very special thank you graphic, because I've been doing some serious photoshopping while I'm away. But if they announce Flintstones, I'd have to take that photoshopping to the next level. I don't know what to do. That is my most anticipated line of all time, is a Flintstones fully articulated action figure line. But Scooby-Doo is a hell of a good start. So we see a couple of the monsters here. We've got the Mummy, and we've got Shaggy in the middle with a box of Scooby snacks. So they've said the release schedule will be 3 a wave, 2 monsters, and 1 member of the crew of the Mystery Machine gang there. And hopefully, in a lot of the interviews, they said if it sells well, they will make a Mystery Machine. So if I can get a 6-inch scale Mystery Machine, I'll be very, very happy. But they look really good, to say early painted prototypes as we go in. So hopefully it won't be too long till they go. I think Damien's Robinson's name with a ghost there. What wave will they do Scooby in? Will they put Scooby in wave 2? Will they hold him for wave 3 or 4? I think they might hold Scooby till wave 3, I would guess. But you want the line to sell, so you don't want to give us too many monsters and not enough of the main characters too early. So they did say they might rethink it if it doesn't sell as well as they thought. But you'd hope that they can, because by the time we get all 5 members, we'd have at least 10 ghosts. We'd have
That's
15
it. But
figures.
There's not
already.
really a weak member team, though, is there? Surely everybody likes everybody differently in a different order.
It's I just don't know, when do you put Scooby out? That's the key. That's the like, I imagine they're going to do a very good articulated dog. Will we get? I've just got some of the Lego figures. I've got the Headless Horseman. If you go back and check that Lego video, I've got a Scooby Doo lighthouse. There's a Scooby Doo aeroplane that I broke during the actual video. If you check out the Lego collection video from a couple of days ago on the channel. So yeah, I do like me a bit of Scooby Doo. It's just the potential of what else we could get. If we could get Wacky Races as well, if I can get a Dick Dastardly and Muttley, you could just imagine, how the hell have Lego not made a Dick Dastardly and Muttley? You want to sort yourself out, son?
It's just got to be do with the licensing. They didn't have a Scooby Doo licensing very long, did they?
No, they did about 5 sets, didn't they? So
and they all came out at the exact same time as well. It wasn't like they were spread out. It was all 5 for that year, and that was it.
Yeah. So yeah, Jada Toys nearly stealing the show for me. I probably should have put them in the poll. How is the poll doing? Still Marvel Legends. Still G.I. Joe is now overtaken Naked second place. So we've got some fans of the HasLab Rattler then in the poll. So it is taken over slightly. So that's Jada Toys. We still got more to come. We've still got more to come. Let's go to a quick bit of Turtles. We won't do too long on NECA Turtles because, as I said, I've shown you half the figures here because they're already in bloody hand. So, but one thing I haven't shown in hand is Tatsu. So finally, after all these years, they've managed to track him down and get the license for Tatsu here from the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Oh, finally. So this is effectively going to complete the first film in action figure form. So he looks so good. He's already hitting stores. He's all over the US stores. The UK pre-order just went up this week. So head over to places like Common Cocktails, Props and Replicas that have him up for pre-order. I got my pre-order, and as soon as I could, you can see he comes as a little unmasked foot soldier mask there as well. But this is when we've been waiting to really that final missing piece to complete the collection.
Yeah, well, it's a nice way to complete it as well, because they could have done a swing and a miss, and they came out, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does look really good. Really, really good. So let me see what else we got from the Turtle line again then. What else we got? We got some Christmas Turtles coming out.
Oh,
so
have them dangling on your tree?
Yeah, these I will be passing on. I don't need the movie Turtles redone in the Dimension X Christmas Vacation special, but they do look fun. But this is £150 that I think I might be putting towards other action figure collections rather than going into that. So that's the Christmas stuff that was shown. So they finally put up Shredder's throne. So they've got Kevin Nash on the throne effectively there from the second movie, but it was never actually used in the movie. It was in the concept art, I do believe, but they never actually used the sort of oil drum or the broken cars there at the back. I don't know why they didn't use it in the film, because they made it and it looks really cool, but they didn't use it. So
I guess there wasn't I can't even remember if he sat down in on anything else.
No, I'm not a bigger fan of the second movie as the first one, to be honest. So, yeah, but it's gone up for pre-order. I think you've already missed it. I think it was a direct NECA thing, so we can probably move on from that one.
I've been and gone.
Want it? You can get it. So they're doing all the monsters, Universal monsters. Matthew does have some of these in black and white, though. In black and white, they're doing some
big box set.
Yeah, big box set of black and white, and so 2 box sets effectively. I don't know why it's not a 3 and a 3, but it's a 4 and a 2.
For me, that's actually easier because I'd prefer to get them all in one hit than to try and chase them all and remember when they're coming out. So,
yeah, no, that's
all of the newer ones, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, I think that's all the ones they've done so far. I think apart for the actual Turtles, not for the other characters, but
no,
that is coming. Oh, what's up, people? Hello to Z-Man. Z-Man, Agent Z-Man is here. The man that got Cheeky Monkey over her cosplay phobias. So shout out Z-Man. He has joined us here in the chat this evening. We've already seen Slash. He's here in the pickup, so we don't really need to see Slash because we've already covered him. One we haven't covered yet, though, is the new version of Shredder coming with the chef hat on. So I'll be buying this. Whoa, look at that! I'm going crazy times there. Whoa, look at Shredder go. So Shredder but of course the Orokosaki unmasked head sculpt we will be getting with this new deluxe Shredder that will be coming. The
Nice.
Ultimate Shredder, Q3 2024. Yes, I do have the original one, but of course he's hard to get now. It's been a while since Shredder's been out. And you even get a floppy disk in his hand. Look at an old school floppy disk.
Floppy disk.
People
don't even know what they are.
I know. I was thinking a floppy disk in toy form. So here's Shredder is coming. I can't even remember the names of these two, but we got this sort of Matthew, name that character.
This was it's I don't know thing. You got it though, haven't you? I've seen this one.
No, you've not seen that one. That is brand new. That is not coming. That is a.
Oh, I thought you got that.
I didn't remember that character. Send me the chat. Who the hell is that?
It's like a bad version of Cookie Monster.
So it's coming, and there's a sumo guy as well who looks fat. Look at the nipples on that.
He looks brilliant.
Now Damien has helped and answered the question. Don't actually know how to pronounce that. Is it Worm? Is it a version of Worm but spelt with a Y? I'm assuming it would be pronounced Worm there. Hello to Virtual Dave. Hello, Virtual Dave. Jaeger Toys Tony the Tiger was great. That wasn't in my Jaeger Toys gallery, but yes, I'm sure you've seen it on other channels. They did do the Tony the Tiger, so he is. I've closed the tab now, so I'll never find it again. But yes, the Tony the Tiger from the food mascots is one I might actually pick up. So that might be the first action figure in the kitchen. Yeah, I don't have any figures in the kitchen, so Tony the Tiger might have to be the first figure in the kitchen, and it's Tattoo for the. That was an easier name. There was
there you go. Tattoo Sumo.
You got the Vacation Bebop and Rocksteady. These are on Uncle Ali at the moment. They are in my basket currently. I just need to check out, so they will be joining the collection soon. So this is pretty quick from a sort of. They must never seem to do this. They hold off with a bunch of releases and then just stick them all out at once, and the stock's already there because they've just not done anything for months.
Weird. It's obviously part of their business model, I guess. I don't know why, but
weird distribution process. This thing I've just had a shipping notice for Donatello's Lab, so hopefully in a month or so, because they're pretty slow at shipping, Donatello's Lab will be here. Check out the rant videos, me moaning about the price of that one. But you've seen most of those because we've got those in hand. There's another version of Leatherhead, but this time from the Mirage Comics. So he will be purchased at some point because he is massive. Absolutely massive. Look at the size of this fella compared to
it looks great. Taking some big shelf space though. Yeah, big stance. Hopefully he's stable enough and doesn't want to tip.
Yeah, hopefully the tail will give me a bit of counter, bit of
leverage,
bit of counterbalancing there on that one. So he's coming. Have they shown the Rat King? I know they have shown the Rat King. He's reappearing in store, but he doesn't seem to be in this particular image gallery. There's loads of stuff for the Last Ronin, but we'll be here all night if we talk about the Last Ronin. But we'll talk about April. There's Mirage Comics classic look at April. Yes, please, NECA. This nice one, hair. Yeah, it's classic. I love these comics. I still read them to this day. This is one of the omnibuses I bought that I actually did read through. Is the Turtle one. So really nice to get April in that classic. I love the 80s. The 80s perm.
It is.
Nothing reminds me more of 80s than have you ever had a perm?
No.
That's a future idea. Stay tuned for future episodes of Jay's Toy Collection UK.
I perm my hair.
Super chat specials because there might have to be some photoshopping. There's
no, I thought you actually were going to make me do it for a special, like start putting the rollers in and everything. But you Photoshop it.
Let's get it done. MCM and Comic Con. We need to buy our MCM. We must buy our MCM tickets tomorrow. Remind me of that when you get here tomorrow. We need to actually purchase the tickets because MCM Comic Con is less than 2 months away now. It's about 7 weeks to go, so we must buy some tickets. So come and see us in person in London at MCM Comic Con. Matthew will have a perm.
That could be a lie, but we'll see.
Special. Right, before I go into a rant about McFarlane Toys, let's tee you up with this. You can take over because let's go to the missing dick.
We're going to go from one rant to another, are we? This is going to be a great little segue. Long story short, it is the Batmobile Classic TV series. Comes in at $129. It's available for pre-order from Smiths, so just get it from Smiths because it says it's coming out on the 1st of October on the Lego website. Not too sure what they've done with that. I think it does now say pre-order item today and it'll be with you on the 1st, but it didn't do that when they first came out. All of these are a huge scale vehicles. They're about the same size if you picked up the Tumbler from McFarlane. They're that sort of scale. They're very, very big on the shelf. I have every single one of these going way back when. The Tumbler came with 3. The Batwing came with 3 minifigures as well. Then the 89 came with... Sorry, the 89 came with 3. The Tumbler only came with 2. And this is not coming with a Dick. It's only coming with the Batman from 66. But it does come with the first-time hard cape. So there is something new for the actual minifigure. And if Jay can actually get to the minifigure picture, the minifigure itself looks fantastic because it is stood on a gargoyle as well. But that is it. That's the character just there. So he does look very, very good on his new cape. And he's got a new cowl print, but not a new piece. But he looks sorry for himself because there should be a few of them on a plinth beside the Batmobile 66 bit. And it's just that. So the vehicle is completely too big for the, it's a shame. Looks great price point as well, a big piece count, but everybody's gone mad that you only get one minifigure with it, which is a little bit of a shame.
Yeah, it came out in the Lego. It came out in the Lego leaks. Now I'm a Lego expert after my collecting Lego for about 10 weeks now. This is in the leak list. There's leaks that happen, it seems, in every action figure medium, be it Lego or 6-inch. And it did say on there, it said that there was going to be one minifigure. And I thought, really? Is that actually going to be true? And it turns out the leaker on this one was correct, because you just get one minifigure. Of course, minifigure doesn't scale with a car because it's a big scale display piece, but it would have been nice to at least have Robin, because the last time he was producing the classic set was back in the Batcave. It was probably about 10 years ago. And he goes for crazy money on the aftermarket. So I am actually looking for I am looking for a Dick. So I'm out there, I'm looking for a Lego Dick, because I've got to have Dick in every form of collection, from 12 inches to 6 inches to 7 inches. Now I need it in about 2 inches of Dick. And the 2-inch Dick is dearer, is nearly as dear as the 12-inch one, because the cheapest you can get it is about 200 quid, because you have to buy the big set that I don't want that it comes with. And you can't even find him loose on eBay. The Pacific version from the 66 show, the Burt Ward version of Robins. It would have been a great time to re-release that figure. So
would have been. Well, the annoying thing is with this is that this is the opportunity to release one-off characters. So they will just, like they did with, say, for example, the 89. We got some fantastic figures of that. Because we got the photographer for the first ever time. And then with the Batwing, we got the painting scene where you had the guy with the boombox that came in. That's a one and done. They've never done that minifigure before. They'll never do that minifigure again. So they could have done something outrageous with this and just had a couple of really silly minifigures. But at the same time, it's at a really good price point. But I don't understand why it's much cheaper than the others for a high brick count, but you only get the one minifigure, which doesn't quite make any sense to me.
Yeah, these days, this is a big brick count, isn't it? Let's do live mass here. Live mass. No,
1822, and the Tumbler was 19, I think, or 21. It's not too far off each other, I don't think.
1822. It's 7 pence a brick. It's 7 pence a brick. So for current Lego standards, anything less than 10p a brick is cheap for Lego. So this is a very well priced set. It's just a minifigure.
It's weird. It's almost like they've almost priced it wrong compared to the Tumbler, because the Tumbler was 229. It was, and the brick count on that isn't much difference. But you get Heath Ledger and Christian Bale. So I can't understand why this is so cheap and only get one minifigure. It's just odd.
Right, and the question is, are you picking this up then?
Yeah.
There you go. See, he's straight in there. So he's had a rant, but he's still buying it. Now that's a theme tonight.
No, the rant's not about the car. The rant's just about the lack of figures that they could have done.
The car does look good, yeah.
Oh, the car itself, if I could talk ages about the car. I've got a video on my channel, but the detail on that thing is nuts. The only thing is I will say, and what really annoys me, is the photos of this car is shite, because you can't see and zoom in on all of the stickers that are included, because it's got loads of stickers everywhere. So you've got like the gas, you've got this, you've got that, you've got all the bits, and there's no pictures of the cockpit on the inside either. You've got a horrible small one on the back of the box, and I nearly lost it with that. I was
I
not
did,
a happy
did.
bunny.
I left a comment on the video. You've worked yourself into a shoot here, son. You've literally.
You did, yeah. And what I was getting on about is the flipping logo they put beside the classic TV Batmobile series on the website is, I think, the 89 logo.
What, that one there?
Yeah.
The corner. Yeah, it's just that's the standard Batman logo. Lego
Well, they've
used for
actually,
anything
I
Lego.
checked on some of the other UCS ones. They've actually used different logos.
Oh, have they?
So they
Yeah,
just couldn't be bothered. Couldn't be bothered.
There you are. So that's Matthew's rant. So
It is,
I'm about to rant, but he's ranting about a Batmobile. I'm about to rant about a Batmobile. So
surprise.
Here we go. So Toddy Mac, of course, I'm months late to this. The full rant is available on the Dan Who Legends on Liquor replay. So go check out the second to last episode where I went into full rant mode on this, because here it is. My absolute favourite childhood toy was the Batman Forever Batmobile. You've seen my Two-Face, you've seen my Dick. Got the full wave here. Can't wait for the Batmobile, and he makes it bloody green. He makes it green. Todd, what will you do? I love Todd. As I say, future of action figure collecting, as you say, pose figures. This idiot buys them. He's fully in. I love the man's art, but the man is gone colourblind, Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane, what on earth are we doing, son? Fantastic sculpt on the Batmobile. Looks fantastic. It's massive. It's about 31 inches, but it's green. And it's driving me utterly insane. Now, Dan did calm me down a little because he found one snippet of a screenshot from the film where it did look slightly teal. So I'm going to rewatch this film. I need to rewatch it. If I can get that one screenshot where it's just slightly teal, fine, okay. It does look like Todd McFarlane has taken one Google image where it was slightly in that one shot for the lighting looking teal. And there we are. Turquoise, you said. Yes, that's correct, David. I should say turquoise, not teal. It is turquoise, and it should be blue. It should be blue. My childhood toy lit up blue. It's blue in the film. Matthew's seen this bloody thing in person.
I have seen it in person, and not only have I seen it in bloody person, I've also seen the actual prop that they did as the original drawing and the original car that they used for scale. I have to send that over to you, Jay, so you can have a proper rant about that, because that is also in blue. So the original thing that they were getting ready to make the big car was in blue as well. So it makes absolutely no sense that it is in the color scheme that it's in. But then this is Toddy Mac. So people buy it. He will make it in any color you want, Jay.
Yeah, there's a good old Todd. Good old Todd. So if I show you this image here, share this. There's this one image here where in that image, it does look slightly, it's not as green as that, but there's a slight tinge of green there. So it does look to me like he's Googled it, saw that image, and made it that colour.
Yeah, but the whole back of the image is also washed out as well. That's not the true gold either. The whole thing's been colour changed.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of what he's used. That's my theory here. Whoever's, yes, I'm sure Todd isn't making these figures personally himself, but his company. Somebody's Googled that, because that is one of the first images that comes up on the Google search, and they've used that colour. So he'll just make it blue later. But yes, in all irony, yes, I did pre-order this item because I thought it would sell out, and of course it sold out.
Of course it has. You're all nuts. You're all nuts.
So I've ranted about it and I've purchased it. Matthew's ranted about it. He's purchased it too. So we're all
I've not ranted about the car though. I haven't ranted about the car.
I haven't ranted about Alfred. There you are.
No, Alfred looks fantastic. No, that's it. So yes, they've done a double whammy back to back of two absolute turds for something related to Batman.
It's far too green. I can't wait to get it in person. But I will. I don't know if it's going to be on the shelf. It's just so big, 31 inches. It's the size of that bloody Cobra Rattler that we started off the screen talking about. So there's Michael Goff version of Alfred. So I can't wait to actually put it on the screen. Oh my God, it's going to be so big. Now, talking of big, it's not actually the tumblers are here. The tumblers are here. Wait for a future video. I'll show the tumblers. They only take up half a shelf. So I can fit both tumblers. Breaking news. I can fit both tumblers on one shelf. So that's fantastic. So I'll be able to display the black version and the camo version of tumbler in one area. That one, though, is going to take some space. But we are now in the McFarlane Toys segment. There is the Captain America, the future of action figure collecting now. Future of action figure collecting. There was right. And there we have the Court of Owls 3 packs. That has gone up for order since we were last on the air. That one I haven't pre-ordered. I think I need to. I do actually. I'm quite keen on this one. I do like the Court of Owls as a storyline. It's just I don't really want the repainted Talon. I could do with a red Nightwing because I don't have one, but I don't really want a repainted Talon because it's not going to match
I've
the
got
one I
that
have. Yeah. So have you now?
one.
Oh, in Lego form, yes. I was going to say when have you been buying McFarlane? And I realised you would mean
No,
you'd mean
I don't own a
in Lego
McFarlane.
form.
Put it in Lego form.
So that is gone up for order. They've done the new Red Hood, the more modern design of Red Hood. So Red Hood is available for order, but he doesn't come. You have to buy it separately, but the bike is available. And again, Todd, that's a good price point. It's about £30, £35 on the bike.
Things are with Todd's vehicles, not only are they massive and detailed, they come in at a fantastic price, which is just amazing compared to other companies that do could have done other vehicles.
Yeah, they do. Like the Morgan Freeman completely shocked me when I opened that Morgan Freeman figure. Todd's really
The
stepped it up.
likeness is nuts.
Yeah, the photo printing is fantastic on the face. It really is. So, yeah, he does get a bit of a bad rap. Yeah, his articulation's not the best, but some of these figures, I say, stay tuned for a Tower of Todd. As I say, I've got over 20 McFarlane figures I need to unbox. So I will do an unboxing video. So it does you can get yourself a bike. There's more to come. Jamie's just joined the chat. Hello, Jamie.
Jamie.
I think you've been to the cinema, haven't you, this evening? There was a so if we're still on the air, look, we're still on the air, Jamie. There was and we're still not finished. We got McFarlane, and then we got one more big topic to cover, and then we will be finishing up. But we've made good time from a very dodgy start that we.
It was a sketchy start.
Go back and watch the replay. You'll have a time. We enjoyed the film. I think no spoilers. Enjoyed the film. There was a. We will take a. If I still got that tab open. Oh, I do. There we go. We'll take a jump from McFarlane just for a second. I think Jamie's been out to see Beetlejuice, and Hot Toys have dropped a Beetlejuice, and it looks nuts. So we'll quickly interrupt Todd McFarlane for Michael Keaton. It's just kind of Batman. We're staying on topic. This thing looks incredible. God knows what the price is going to be. Probably in excess of 400.
He's not. If you think about it, with his whole career, he's not been in that many bad things, and he's had really big roles as well.
Yeah, even the film he made about McDonald's, the founder. I really enjoyed that film, actually.
Yeah, that's it. That did really well.
But yeah, there is an absolutely nuts looking. So everybody's getting on the Beetlejuice game then now. Mezco have announced one at Comic-Con. NECA have got the license. Hot Toys have got the license. So if you want some Beetlejuice figures, well, your luck's in. They are a classic action figure line. I did collect as a child. I did have a white suit Beetlejuice. I had a little coffin. You put him in the coffin or something, and you'd pull a drawer and he'd disappear like a magic trick in the coffin. So I did have Beetlejuice figures as a kid. So were they Kenner? Was it Kenner? Something on the chat on there. Was it Kenner that did Beetlejuice figures? Yeah, Matthew would never know. Clearly he played too much football as a child. He didn't touch toys. But yeah, that looks insane. So I'm probably not going to buy it. But I would like one Beetlejuice, whether it's Mezco, NECA. Probably won't be the Hot Toys, but because of budgetary constraints. But that thing looks incredible. But that was a little Beetlejuice segment for Jamie. We're still on the air and we're still going. So let's get back to Tommy Mac. He's been dropping. So Cyborg's out for pre-order. So I think it's a DC Rebirth version of Cyborg there. I've got the other versions, but I haven't pre-ordered that one. But it looks nice. It's a nice Cyborg. I'd like more of a classic Cyborg. It's a bit of a modern Cyborg. I prefer a sort of classic Teen Titans-y version of Cyborg if we could. We'll skip through a thing. There's Todd again. Todd loves to do nice things on a bit of paper. Again, the future of action figures to be said. Posed figures. Here's the smaller scale version, the 1/12 version. There is Venom. Shout out Mike Hext, who we did have some of those lovely shipping items courtesy of Mike Hext. So thank you for Mike for my international delivery there. But yeah, he's a big fan of Venom, so I'm sure he's gone in after this one. I think I'd even like that one. I'd like it in a bigger scale, though. So Todd, of course, creator of Venom. That looks fantastic. So it's nice to see. I even like this. See, I like that statue. I really do like that. I've got that cover as well. So he's tempting me with these posed figures. Yeah, they're about £30 for these, 50 for the big ones. So the price point's fine for modern, especially for statues. The statue game, you could be paying thousands for some of these bigger. Different materials. Of course, he's using plastic rather than sort of resin and things. But yeah,
they do. Well, again, colors look great as a display piece. They look great. if you can't be bothered to pose and you just want to get a good photo, it's exactly what you want.
Yeah. So this one, Todd has filled a
Oh.
gap in my collection. I have no Lafizu in there. He knows this one.
Ooh.
The one figure I am missing from my Batman animated series collection was the Christmas Joker, because I refused to pay £100 for the Christmas Joker. So Todd is doing a reversion. Yes, I've said the plastic quality isn't as good as the original DC Direct versions, but for £30, it's going to fill a gap in the collection, so he will slot in nicely, and I will finally have a version of a Christmas Joker.
And you can now say collection's done.
Yes, I can officially say that is it for me and Batman the Animated Series when it comes to that scale, because that is me done. But of course, Toddy's doing builder figures, so he's trying to pull you in with these builder figures. So there's Maxi Zeus there as a builder figure. So annoyingly, all the new characters in the line are coming out as builder figures. So I am going to be passing on those. And yes, somebody ever sells them for a cheap price. I doubt it, because I will stick with the Mondo, I think, when it comes to that scale. It has re-released a Batwing, another massive piece. I did consider getting one, but it's so big, 37 inches long now, and it's pretty much round. So it is so big. I don't know where to put it. So
you won't. It gets to the point of where you wouldn't be. You'd literally have to pin it to the ceiling upside down, and just have it flush or have it dangling, because it is huge.
I did consider that. I did consider when the pre-order went up, but it sold out on props and replicas. So I thought, okay, I just move on. I won't pre-order it. Comic and Cocktails have since got it in, so I've started to think about it again. This thing went for $165, I believe, UK price. Used to go for well in excess of 300 on 300 to 400 on eBay. So it's a good thing. I do like it. It's just so bloody big. So I haven't pre-ordered it for yet, but something I have pre-ordered is Damian. Look at that. So Damian Wayne version of Robin, the new Page Punchers line, rather than being based on comics that they've just sort of made up, newer comics, these are now being based on actual comics. So this is a Grant Morrison one on Batman Reborn. Of course, that is not Bruce Wayne you see in the background. Spoilers for Matthew. There is a dick in that picture.
Oh,
but it's a Batman dick, because Dick Grayson was Robin, and Dick Grayson was Batman, and Damian was Robin in that comic book run, because Bruce Wayne was dead at the time.
Oh, big spoiler.
Turns out he wasn't dead, but they thought he was dead. So, that Damian looks brilliant, by the way. That is one of the best looking McFarlane figures I've ever seen. I think that head sculpt is absolutely perfect. We got a soft goods cape with a bendy wire in. So that thing got pre-ordered when it went up for order. Yeah, but getting it up to modern news now. That came out yesterday. So
finally, after 6 weeks.
Yeah, we've caught up. We are getting there. So that came out yesterday. So that was instantly pre-ordered. Cannot wait to get that. But then, of course, I realised I didn't pre-order the Dick Grayson version of Batman. Because it went up a few weeks ago and it's sold out in the UK. So this morning I headed over to Big Bad Toy Store, who have it in stock. So it has been shipped already. So it will be here in a couple of weeks or so. So it's on its way. Because I saw that image and thought I need to create that image on my shelf, that exact image. So I need a Batman. I need that version of Batman. So I didn't pre-order the other version. I was like, how many Batmans, do I need? And I thought, I actually do need this one. Yeah.
You want all of them?
So my throat is killing me, ladies and gentlemen. This is as long as I've talked in days. So it's my God, 2 hours 12. This is officially, I think, the longest ever this week in toys.
It is.
We are getting through. We knew it'd be a good one tonight, but we've had fun. I hope you've enjoyed it in the chat. We are nearly there. We are nearly there through the news. So that
final stretch.
Yes. So here's a selection of cowls. Now Matthew might like a cowl here. So you've got Todd is doing some quite reasonably priced cowls, I think. So you've got the Nightfall comic book version. You've got the 66 and you've got the 89. So you can get yourself a nice 1/3 scale, sort of a little comic bust there.
Yeah.
If you're into your busts of 89. And then Deathstroke then. So the other figure from the Page Punchers was the unmasked version of Slade Wilson. So of course, yes, Matthew's doing. Yes, don't panic. I pre-ordered it yesterday as well.
Good.
We do like Deathstroke on this live stream. So the rebirth version of Deathstroke, it is a repaint. It's the same figure we already have, but rather than black, it's in blue. But for the first time, we get the unmasked head sculpt, and we get a few additional weapons. We do not get a knife for his little foot knife accessory thing, which is a bit weird because they've reused the figure and haven't given you a knife this time. So the little holster on his shin is going to be empty, which is a bit of a strange decision. But they've given you an unmasked head, so I'll forgive him for now. But you get the unmasked head, and you do get the masked head as well. There, yeah, Z-Man is saying yes, you do get the masks. Octane, hello, Octane 3. Name I haven't seen. Will you get hit with import charges from Big Bad Toy Store? No, you will not, because if your order is under £135, they will automatically charge you the VAT at checkout. So I've already paid the $6, I think it was, in VAT. On the $9, I should say. Actually, it was $9 on the figure of VAT. It comes to all in about £28 with the cheap shipping. When you get something small from Big Bad Toy Store for international delivery on its own, it's only $8 shipping. Whereas if you get a couple of items, it suddenly jumps about 25 because you've got to use like DHL. But so it only worked out about £28, and I think UK pre-orders was 25, so only overpaid by a couple of quid there. So Kevin's ordered the Deathstroke as well.
Good effort,
so
Kevin.
we're doing well. Right, I think we've got to date. So this is that you broke today. Damien mentioned this in his super chat way back at the start of the show that got us to see a very special version of Matthew in a canoe, topless. So
yes,
this is what he was talking about there. So it's the wave of the 66. As I said, they're all in very strange colours. So I think it's comic book related. It's not the TV show, but it is on those sculpts. They have made a comic of 66 continuing the story where they've included Wonder Woman and Superman, of course, that were not in the original show. But something from the original show, yeah. And the one figure I will purchase, here's the Clock King. So that is the Clock King's design from the 66 show. So I do like the Clock King as a character. He didn't have a clock on his head. He literally, it looks like it's played almost by the same actor that played Mad Hatter to me. I don't know. I think they were supposed to be brothers in the show. So there's Clock. We didn't need Mad Hatter though. I know Damien is a big fan of Mad Hatter. So he's one we do need in the 66 line. But that is the next wave. So just the one for me. Damien's in for a pair there. Looks a bit Clock King and the Batgirl. So
nice.
that is coming. So more to come, hopefully from 66. That line's been going on for quite a while now. Wave 11. So Todd is still going, but there's a vehicle this time. You can get a bat cycle. I'm assuming that is accurate to the show. I can't remember Batgirl in the show, which is in some of the later episodes. That's a very strange design.
I recognise that colour, so I would think so. For some reason, I recognise that bike. I don't know if it's because I might have seen it when I went around.
I don't know. That's very, very weird. Little sort of the frills and bits they've attached there. So I do not know what's going on with that thing, but that is it. We call it with Todd McFarlane. So we've got one more. We checked far too many things here, but we are down to our final topic of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's clobbering time. Yes, it is time for WWE, and they had a hell of a panel at SDCC. So what have we got from WWE? Let's come and take a look, shall we? So you see CM Punk, one of the earlier exclusives in the year. That'll be shipping soon. Let's go to the Ultimates then. So again, shout out to Toy Arc for helping us with the coverage this evening, because there's a big boss man in the Ultimate form. So these are no longer going to be just exclusive to Mattel Creations. These are branching out to Amazon. So you'll be able to get these on Amazon as well. Still with the black chase cards or the standard blue cards. But 1980s version of Boss Man, he will be paired with Bam Bam Bigelow, who for some reason isn't in these shots because these may have been earlier in SDCC when he wasn't shown. But if you want the lowrider, then that's at Smith's. That is on the shelf. £45 it will set you back for that. So I will pick one up, but I will wait till it's reduced, I think. But they are making the Rey Mysterio from WrestleMania 39, I think, to go with it. Of course, you can use it with Eddie Guerrero, can't you? So we got news that we start. There's more look at the Punks. So let's go to the Punk. As you know, I'm the world's biggest CM Punk fan, so I was ecstatic to see this when it went up. So great face sculpt, a great sort of modern, older Punk face sculpt on the figure. But that is what we wanted. The Ultimate Edition. We were all hoping this was going to be the first Ultimate Edition CM Punk. And it bloody was. Money in the Bank 2011, blowing the kiss as he takes the WWE Championship to go and put it in his fridge. I love that head sculpt.
Well, I'm assuming that's going to be front and center in the ring, or you're going to have to create something as a display around the outside when he jumps over the barricade.
Oh, I don't know. You will see the ring displays in a future video, but one area I haven't covered in a ring is the 2010 sort of era. So it's going to go on the shelf, I think, rather than in a ring at the moment, but we will see. But that is a exclusive to Ringside Collectibles. It's already up for pre-order, so go and pre-order it if you haven't. If you are a wrestling fan, because I think that is an absolutely essential figure to add to the wrestling collection if you are a WWE collector out there. So Ultimate CM Punk. Anything else we got new in some of these images? There she is, my girl Rhea Bloody Ripley, getting her first Ultimate Edition, and she comes with a little bonus accessory, the Ultimate Edition Raw ring. I would see that as the accessory to Rhea Ripley, because who's not going to want an Ultimate Edition Rhea Ripley? Mammy is finally here in Ultimate form with the WWE Women's World Championship. First time we are seeing that belt, and again, that looks fantastic. And the ring looks really good too. So it's going to be based on the other rings they've done recently from Mattel in the Ultimate line. It's not going to light up. They've not put in the light feature this time. They've made the LED boards separately. But I think this looks so much better than their previous attempts at the rings, which I have pulled out of the loft for a temporary display. Because as soon as I saw this, I thought, right, okay, the wrestling ring display needs to change because I want to fit this in the collection as well. So not only did Mondo recreate my living room, WWE did that. I mean, they did the toy room as well. So that's why you haven't seen me for 6 weeks, because I've had to redo the toy room from scratch. I've literally moved, apart from the Marvel Legends, I think I've moved everything in the toy room and changed the shelving. So those videos will be to come, as I say, as I will put them up in the coming weeks. But these are the reasons why SDCC this year was nuts. Literally, there was so much shown. I don't even know what to say. Rhea Ripley has me far too excited.
Deep breath.
Deep breath.
Deep breath.
The excitement just continued. Look at this box. So this is up for pre-order as well. If you haven't got yourself one, get one, because it's the Greatest Grudges 92, a classic Coliseum home video release there. The curse of Papa Shango, though, as he curses the Ultimate Warrior. So we get 2 Ultimate Editions. You get him in full-on voodoo mode there with the skull. You've got the soft goods as well. You've got his little eyes when he looks up and puts the curse on the warrior. Look at that. That's fantastic. You've got interchangeable heads here for Charles Wright. Many years before he was the Godfather, of course, he was Papa Shango. One of my favourite gimmicks of the kid was Papa Shango. Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I think he did that with everybody, didn't he?
So there is the warrior, and he comes with, you see there, the black ooze bleeding down his face from the voodoo curse of Papa Shango. Great soft goods jacket as well. I think Hill Foams have one of them. Hill Foams, let me know on the replay if you have one of them jackets. But you've got interchangeable heads as well for the warrior, and a really cool box to put your ultimates in. So I think it's Amazon exclusive in the US. And it's technically over here as well. So I think I actually have pre-ordered it for Amazon.com. I've lost track. It's on the spreadsheet somewhere.
Actually, it's on that spreadsheet somewhere.
So that was cool. Lots of basic punks. Let's get some figures out there, really. And then we get into the Monday Night War. Oh, my goodness. Look at these. So we're now 5 waves deep into the Monday Night War. So Austin is going to be in wave 4. I think it's wave 4. Yes, they announced here wave 4, a best of wave, and wave 5. And as of today, they're on Smiths. They are on Smiths to pre-order. So you've got Stone Cold the night he's done Vince for the first time, or I think it says on the packaging the night he's done the Boss.
Yeah, be a boss now.
As the Boss. I'm talking of the Boss. There will be a documentary if you want to see what's happening there on Netflix coming up at the end of the month. Trailer is available. Looks very fascinating. 6 episodes on the Boss. So head into Netflix, see what happens there. You've got the best of Triple H. I'm quite happy here because I passed on that Triple H in the best of Attitude Era years ago. So it'd be nice to actually get him finally in the collection. And this one, the Builder figure, is Commissioner Shawn Michaels. One of not is the most expensive figure on the aftermarket for WWE. This thing went for hundreds of pounds, the original version. They've changed him from a brown suit to a black suit. So it is a slight variation if you do be lucky enough to own the original. But that thing was literally like gold dust. And then this, the Ultimate Warrior again, but in his WCW debut attire. So this is the figure we should have got in the crowdfunder
And it's great.
There's a re-release of Eddie. I've already got the original, but I want the Build-A-Figure, so I'll buy the re-release. There's DDP, finally in the denim bloody jeans. How many years have we waited for denim jeans DDP? And the light buses, you get two at once, because we get the light coloured jeans and the dark coloured jeans. Dark coloured
broken ribs on that one, isn't he?
Yeah, always. He had those broken. It was a bit like Bob Orton with a cast that never came off. He had those broken ribs for about 6 months. They just didn't take those off. So finally getting DDP. Who else are we getting? We're getting Kurt Hennig. Yeah, you're getting 2-in-1 here. You get the NWO Kurt Hennig. You get the Rap Is Crap West Texas Rednecks version from WCW. So 2-in-1 of Kurt Hennig. And the Build-A-Figures, American Dream Baby. Dusty Rhodes in his NWO attire. That's not a figure I thought we'd ever own. Fantastic. No. Dusty Rhodes joined the NWO for a cup of tea in the late 90s. So that's fantastic. I love this. I really do love this line. I could waffle all night about this. So we got X-Pac as 6, of course. This can be a chase. You're going to have that version without 6, or you have the re-release with 6 written on there. Razor Ramon, not quite Monday Night Wars for me.
No.
Yeah.
Well, no, that one isn't. No.
I say, to me, this is more. I could use this as the fake Razor Ramon. When Scott Hall had left, they had the fake Diesel that they'd given us, so I could use this as the fake Razor.
You could do because
they have
this
said
reminds me of something before the wars actually started. Well, no,
they clarified. They have clarified that they are seeing the Monday Night Wars from the debut of Nitro, so from September of '95 to the end of Nitro in March of 2001.
Oh, that's what I was going to say, because this reminds me of his run with Shawn Michaels when he was wearing all these really fancy bits before the ladder.
It's a mid '95, wasn't it? No, it's post ladder match. Post ladder match. It's post the second ladder match when they had the rematch at SummerSlam '95.
Yes,
it's after that. So technically, it's a technicality they got us in. We're very pedantic when it comes to our wrestling figures here, but yeah. Great. And then the Build-A-Figure is it's Virgil, but it's Vincent. It's his Vincent NWO attire. So for the second time in a few months, he is a Build-A-Figure. I've put in my first order from very.com to complete the actual Virgil Build-A-Figure, because I've ordered Brock Lesnar and Ridge Holland to complete the Virgil Build-A-Figure, because they were reduced on Very. I've been waiting for those to complete my actual Virgil, but now you can have a Vincent as well. If Hulk Hogan could just try and not get himself cancelled, that'd be helpful, because this Ultimate Edition looks fantastic. So I would like it to be released. So it's 2002 Hogan when he won the Undisputed Championship for his final title run. It looks insanely good. I just hope Hogan isn't a twat and doesn't get himself cancelled.
Yeah, just be quiet just for a couple more months, and then
stop talking, Terry.
You won't care.
Stop talking, Terry. He's absolutely idiot at times. This is the Hulkster these days, but I do want the figure still. There's Triple H with a new body mold. So that's a new sculpted Pacific for Triple H torso in the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, I want that. But that's going to be a Target exclusive. Mike Hex, if you're still with us, that might have to be a future release. But I think actually Rock and Roll actually have imported that. So I think I've actually pre-ordered. I have actually pre-ordered that. Scrap that.
See, I've pre-ordered.
There's so much going on. I've pre-ordered that from Rock and Roll here in the UK. I've imported it, and Lex Luger, Ultimate Lex Luger. Oh, I know. This is fine. 2.5 hours I've been talking, ladies and gentlemen. But I saved the wrestling till last because I knew I'd get overexcited, and I didn't know how many wrestling fans.
He gets very excited.
I didn't know how many wrestling fans we still have on the stream, so I kept it to the end. But I love that's fantastic. So. And I was there at Clash at the Castle, the first Clash at the Castle. That is Clash at the Castle, Seth freaking Rollins in the Ultimate Edition. So another one that will have to be purchased. That is Amazon exclusive. I think I've missed the UK pre-order. I think I ordered it in the US. We could go on for days. There's more legends. Here we have We got Farouk. Oh, that's a chase. There's a chase Farouk. I've just noticed. That's a
Ooh.
chase. Good God, I need that version. Okay, right, I'm learning. So again, these will be exclusive. So there's Jim Neidhart in the sort of the new Foundation attire, and Who when he was Who for a few weeks in the early 90s. There's another Kurt Angle, which would be nice to have. Then they dropped us an Evolution free pack. Like,
Naughty.
so I hope Smiths gets this when it's the thumbs down, as Randy Orton beat he who shall not be named for the World Heavyweight title to become the youngest World Heavyweight champion of all time, and then got swiftly booted out of Evolution. So that's a free pack I'm going to want. So
Yes, indeed.
this I told you this wrestling caused a massive change in the toy room. I was like, I'm going to need more room.
Yeah.
Like, this Hogan
See
looks
why?
great as well. Hulk Hogan, do not get yourself cancelled because I want this as well. The 1990 Royal Rumble, when somebody gives him the big sign in the ring when he wins the Rumble. We need that. I need that. That's great. Oh, far too excited here. Far too excited. Far too excited. What can we end on? What can we end on here? We'll end on the gap in the collection being filled because they announced some of the re-releases of the From the Vault series for exclusive to Ringside Collectibles. There is a Chase Yokozuna, so that one has been pre-ordered, and then two here: CM Punk in the camo gear, the Straight Edge Society version when he shaves his head with the mask on. That is another extremely expensive figure on the aftermarket that I don't own. That has now been pre-ordered for £30. And finally, Shawn Michaels, the Heaven and Hell match, one of the greatest wrestling matches ever, one of them, against The Undertaker. It was a former defining moment, but now it's getting a standard re-release. So that has been ordered. And our final tab of the evening, we've made it to the very end. 2.5 hours, the longest ever this week in toys. I hope we've made up for it. But we will advertise upcoming stuff because next Friday, in just 6 days and 16 hours, 55 minutes and 44 seconds, it's Hasbro PulseCon 2024. So 6 p.m. in the UK next Friday, Friday the 13th. So hopefully Jason Voorhees will be an announcement joining the Marvel Legends line because it is Friday the 13th. And we will have a Hasbro PulseCon stream. So they will be covering Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Classified, Star Wars Black Series, and more. So we're going to be getting some big reveals from Legends. So there will be coverage to come, because now I'm back to YouTube, and there'll be coverage to come on the channel next Friday night. Whether it will be a live, it may be a pre-recorded video, because I think I'll record one as soon as the stream finishes. There will be coverage of the Marvel Legends panel, of the Black Series, and of course of the G.I. Joe Classified to come at the end of next week. So PulseCon in the UK, I think we know Secret Wars might be coming, because Entertainment Earth did a bit of leaking yesterday with the Marvel Legends wave. We don't know the characters though, so that is the key. What characters? I think we all knew that was going to be the retro card wave, but what characters are we going to get is the exciting thing to come. So Hasbro PulseCon is next week. There will be also videos to come. There'll be videos to come on some of the toys I've got in the last few weeks, and of course what I've been doing. Kev B, they've got the Jeff Jarrett from the AEW. Oh, I do need a Jeff Jarrett. I don't want the AEW one though. I want a classic 1995 Jeff Jarrett. So hopefully one will be to come soon. I think Zombie Sailor is going to do one. But we've had some great viewing numbers this evening, ladies and gentlemen, all the way through the entire show. So you've clearly missed us. So it's been great to have everybody back for the live stream. We've given you some rewards, Matthew in a canoe, and you've seen my dick. So what else could have we given you this evening? So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've made it. I think we've made it to the end.
We've hit the finish line.
It's over 11:30. Matthew will be here in less than 12 hours' time to go for an epic day of Lego building tomorrow, as we will build. I'm going to build the entire Gringotts Bank. You're going to build the track to go under the bank and whatever other sets you've got to build, and then we'll do some serious displaying. So that is to come. Matthew, we've given you about 20 plugs tonight. Would you like to plug yourself?
Yeah, it's there.
It goes there. Very. My God, this is hard. That way, there it is. There it is. At Brick Life Travels, you can find him for dropping Lego and all sorts of content here on YouTube. But thank you to the chat that stuck with us for over 2.5 hours of action figure talk. I can't believe it's taken us that long. But we did spend the first hour talking about Dick, so that has happened.
Yeah.
So we're going to need a word of the day, really. We need a word of the day that's appropriate for the chat to type. So if you're on the replay crew, or if you're in the live chat, when we finish, head into the comments and try and, for the love of God, help the algorithm. We've got to get that thing kick-started again, but we've had some great numbers in tonight. Thank you, everybody that has stuck with us and joined the stream. I've had quite fun. I've completely, honestly lost my voice. I've been through 3 pints of water, and I've still lost my voice. So I think the hashtag needs to be hashtag Matthew in a canoe. So hashtag Matthew in a canoe in the comment section if you've made it through 2 hours and 34 minutes of live streaming goodness. Now I've got to go over here and try and work out how to find an end screen. So let me head over to a random section.
And the poll.
End the poll. What? God, end the poll. That's a point. End the poll. Right, ending the poll. Ending the poll.
This
So
is the
question
first
was,
ever time you've ended the poll.
right, that's a good. See, I always forget to end it. It's in a different tab. You can't see it in StreamYard. So the poll was, who had the best SDCC? So in joint last place, in joint third, it's G.I. Joe and NECA. Mondo have now jumped to, so that completely has changed during the stream. Mondo has jumped to 28%, and Marvel Legends takes it with 40%. But Mondo was lagging. But once we showed the Mondo, it jumped up. So there you are. So maybe people don't know about all the Mondo goodness that is out there. But yeah, do get your Mondos. They are utterly fantastic. Mondo, please sponsor me. That'd be fantastic if I could get some Mondo sponsorship there. Yeah. So right, end screens. Where the hell are they located in these things? So before we go, actually, look, there's a new feature here. I can change the camera shape. Oh, we can be a square. Oh, we can be a circle. There you are. I bet you didn't know that, did you? And there you go. We can go back to normal.
Wow.
I can even choose
Mind
rounded
blown.
corners. Rounded corners. There you are. Look, the corners have become rounded.
Oh.
Rounded corners. Square with rounded corners. There you are. And circles all round. So
we have far too much time on your hands for this.
I quite like the rounded corners. I think we'll keep those on permanently. So there we are.
Yeah,
From future live streams, permanent. The people are still sticking with us while we're chatting. The numbers haven't gone down at all. So
I'm just talking about rounded corners.
You've done rounded corners, Kiefer. And if you want a second hashtag rounded corners, to prove you've got through all the hashtag Matthew in the canoe and hashtag rounded corners on the replay, if you do not mind, that would be fantastic. But in all that, I've distracted myself and still haven't found the end screen. So where the hell is that located? Where is it? There we are. There we are. Right, there we go. I've found it. Right, okay. Are you ready? Where is it? There we go. Right, that's the one. Okay, then, ladies and gentlemen. I think at 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 17 seconds, I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. And we'll see you, of course, on the next one.